Hello! Warm regards? Ooh, that's one I haven't used. Warm regards, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Bunny Hop, thank you for 14
Happy
months.
14 months, my darling Alex. Hope you've been well and all is going sugar sweet.
Damn. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Is it midday? No, I was supposed to do the F1 8X midday, but long story short, even if I wanted to, I really couldn't. It took a little bit more work to get unbuilt than I thought.
Friends.
Thank you, Ivo. I appreciate the 19 months. I hope this message finds you well. Hi, Mike. How you doing? Hi, Zeke. Hi, Omni. Pocket. Copium. How you doing? Keep Science. Hope all is well with you tonight. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. I can't complain. Can't complain. Why do you do this to me, man? Wait, what? Why, Nelly? What happened? Oh, Nelly, I have a response drafted up for you. I just have not got to my emails today. I'm not gonna lie, guys. My emails have been disasterful. Literally, I have not been able to catch up since those few days I took off. So I think at any given time, there's like 25 unread that I just can't catch up. A lot of the emails I get require like really big responses. So sometimes I just don't have like an hour to sit in front of my computer answering stuff. So I need to figure out stuff. I sent updates on Scrubs. I saw. I'm glad he's okay. I got a break coming up and I can feel myself getting sick. Oh no, Blaze. Oh no. What's up? Why are you getting sick? What's hurting? Oh, look how curly my hair is today. Look, it's the humidity. Dude, it is raining outside. I actually took a long walk today with an umbrella because I need to go get some errands done. And it like frizzed up my hair, bro. Frizzed it all up. Do I work in In-N-Out? I wish. I would get burgers all day long. Although, I feel very bloated today. What is my keyboard cable? This is from, oh boy. Ordinary Labs. Yes, Nelly. For sure this weekend, or not this weekend. What the fuck? I thought it was Friday. For sure tomorrow. 110%. Nice. Crumpled, have the Key Cult wrist rest to show off. Or at least I thought I had a unit of Key Cult wrist rests, but maybe I'll have to ask Mike. I don't remember if that was sent to me or not. Either way, I don't have it prepped to show you guys tonight, unfortunately, but today is a Neo80 CU day. We got a little
Hey Alex.
Neo80.
Hope you are doing well.
Thank you very much, Jason. And yeah, Jason, thank you so much. Crumble, thank you again. I appreciate the 34 months, by the way. Someone in my class was coughing every 30 seconds. Honestly, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but like, I know things in the world still need to get done when people are sick, but sometimes it does feel like kind of bad when like you know someone's sick and then suddenly like you're sick after that. So I know that feeling. It's kind of a bummer. It is very much kind of a bummer. Hello, Alex80 CU. Get this freaking scale out. Are we measuring it? Are we gonna weigh it today? All right. I mean, let's just jump right into it because we streamed last night. I haven't had too many updates in my life today. Pretty boring day, to be honest. A lot of work. A lot of actually sitting in front. Actually, the only thing that I can really tell you guys is, dude, I have been repairing and cleaning keyboards all day today for customers. Today has been like 3 people of cleaning and repairing, and it has been a wild day just of that. I feel like I was like locked in doing that today, which is like a good thing too. So I'm in the market for a TKL and I'm eyeing the Paper 80. However, today I saw the Bulwark TKL on KeyGem and I've never heard of it. I have not heard of that either. Apparently they added it to the store a month ago, but when I looked up, I found your sound test for it about 2 years ago. The Bulwark TKL? Well, I don't remember it. You built one like 2 years ago? Bulwark. Damn. That's crazy. Did I like this? I don't even remember if I liked it or not. I'm being tortured by my brain, a beautiful bass that's popping up for me everywhere. Huh? So nice.
It expired and I want to keep playing Minecraft. Frown. Also, I think my DM with the VTuber mustache artist is in your spam filter.
Oh, I haven't looked. Honestly, Dream. Again, I'm just being upfront with you guys right now. DMs and emails, like I'm caught up with to a degree. Not really though. There are certain ones that require a bit more attention that I haven't really responded to. DMs, forget about it. I haven't caught up. I haven't found a day in the last like week and a half to sit down and do correspondence stuff. It's literally just I'll get to it, Dream. It's just literally been actually, Dream. The best thing I can say is, can you just ping the message again? I've just been doing so much like actual like sit down focus work that I have not had time to like do anything else. And I've been trying to do this thing now where it's like, once I'm done doing my work, I used to sit in front of my emails and like work until like midnight. I kind of realized that's not healthy. So I've been trying to like step back from that, but obviously like I'm not used to not doing it. So it's been an adjustment to say the least. Well, I guess let's jump right into the Neo80 CU, shall we? Let me share my screen here. We'll go through it. Where's my share screen? Oh, it's in this one here. My Twitch has been derped. What happened? Google Chrome. All right, here we go. Window capture. All right, so starts at 2:09. Dude, okay, first of all, I gotta say this. Before we jump too deep into this right now, I've seen some people really hit this particular Neo release a little harder than norm. Apparently, a few people really don't vibe with the top accent. So much so that they're not boycotting this per se, but I haven't looked at it in person yet. But I really don't think it's as bad as people think, I suppose. You know? And yes, Stream, you can. I really like the top accent. Yeah, like, I even think the starting price at $210 is fantastic. This goes on sale in a few days. The color options are great. The Mont Blanc is my favorite. I don't know if I got the Mont Blanc today, but the jade's also really pretty. The taupe gray is pretty. You know, I hate saying this, but the slate blue is not bad either. But the Mont Blanc looks amazing. It's like one of my favorite colors here, followed up by jade. I think the jade is actually quite nice as well. So we have some really fire colors there, 9 total ones. I think my least favorite is probably just going to be, you know, I'm really not vibing with teal this time around, and maybe black, but black's always a good one if you just want to go stealthy. Maybe teal's my least favorite. But Mont Blanc is sweet. And then we have some different weight options. We have brass, copper, machined marked stainless steel, mirror silver stainless steel, mirror gunmetal stainless steel, and then a champagne version and a dusk version. 3 different types of PCB options. You get a tri-mode, you can just get wired hot swap or a solder. I hope we got soldered today, but I kind of highly doubt it. There's aluminum, PP, carbon fiber, PEI, and glossy chamfer aluminum plate. If that costs more, I almost don't recommend it. Like, what's the point of getting a glossy chamfered aluminum plate? You're never gonna see that, and I feel like the chamfers on the plate, like, literally are kind of meaningless. I don't know, I feel like that's a weird option to choose. The acoustic package options are case foam, PCB foam, and PE sheets. Pretty standard fare. Typing angle is 8 degrees, and then an 18 mil front height. We gotta love it. Okay, before we go too far down in this, though, I want to unbox it. I feel like everyone's been waiting for this, so I miss new moving away. Oh, I'm happy they're not doing FR4 now. Oh god, this is heavy. Holy shit. Okay, I have not even opened this yet. Oh, and by the way, guys, you guys can hate me for this one. I got a few options. Well, I got a few requests for doing MX2As. So I'm going to do MX2As. A few people asked me, they said they really want to see what it sounds like with MX2As. You know what? Usually I don't go for, I don't know. I feel like normally with Neo boards, I really like long pull switches in them. But you know, today I'm going to do this. Oh my god, this is so heavy. What the fuck? Okay, let's just look at all the accessories, I guess, first. I have to double check if you get stabs. I feel like you might, but maybe you don't. We have, oh, like a little accessories kit with like a switch puller, a screwdriver, a cable, which for now I'm just gonna leave to the side. Oh boy, did I get a PEI plate? Okay, alu, oh, this is the chamfered one? Okay, I gotta see the price point on the chamfered one. And a PEI plate. Do I plan on getting the Clacky Evo 75? I'm not too sure. As beautiful on YouTubers. Thank you, Zizora. I was fortunate enough to attend a trade show 2 months ago, and the designer of the Neo board had a stand there. Oh, cool. That's really awesome. I don't know what plate we're going to use, but we're just going to leave these to the side. Now, they sent us a tri-mode PCB. So we have a hot swap PCB today, which will look more in detail when we open this up. Yeah, I think they spoiled it by putting the color I was getting on the thing there, but it's okay. I read Nuttiest's thing, and I read someone yesterday saying I was getting jade, but I don't know. Maybe they're wrong. Oh my god. Jesus, dude. Okay, that's insanely heavy. We got gaskets here. Looks like we also have some other little accessories. We'll go through all these when we open up the board more. Oh my god, dude, this is heavy. Okay, it is jade. You guys are right. F1 heavy? I think it's heavier than the F1. I mean, this is a beefy looking board. The jade's really nice in person. Jeez, man, this is heavy. I guess we gotta open it or else the plastic's just gonna reflect. Ooh, the jade is nice in person. Oh shit, I actually really like this. The side profile on this is really sharp. That is quite the side profile. I mean, I haven't even really given this a 360 yet, and I'm already sold just off of this one feature. Again, we haven't built the board yet, but the side profile is lovely. Like this little seam over here that kind of expands in the middle and tapers downwards. This beautiful curve over here. I think they did a lovely job with this. Lovely, lovely job with the side profile. Yeah, that is really pleasant to look at. How's the back? I like what they did at the back too. So that seam kind of continues on all around the board, which is nice. Kind of maintains its width in the back. And then we have the weight, which waterfalls, I guess not really waterfalls in this case, but it almost acts like the little Toblerone kind of thing. Here's the bottom. My camera might struggle with this. Very, very cool. I think there's plastic on this. Should I peel this off now? I see plastic. Let me just... Alright, that's the back one here. Ooh! That's nice. The coating on this, minus like the one or two pieces of dust that maybe have settled in already. The PVD on this, or I'm guessing this is a PVD. I don't know if this is some other type of coating on this. This is beautiful. It is like mirror finished. So if this was a PVD, again, I'm not 100% positive on the process on this, but there is no rippling, no nothing. This is as clean as it gets for reflections. You can even see my light. This is as clean as it's gonna get for reflections here. Now I'm curious to see what this particular cost is for this unit. Like, dude, look at this. That's clean. And this whole bottom piece is brass, so we probably will get some more like sharper notes from this. And then here's the top of the board. Oh, I guess I should put down maybe a cloth or something. Where's the cloth it came with? I don't want to scratch this up at all. So right away, okay, I don't think this is bad. Would have I liked maybe something a bit bigger? For sure. But I really don't think this little accent badge thing is all that bad, guys. I'm not gonna lie, like when people were telling me about this, they were making this seem like the devil made this, bro. They were like telling me this was like part of the rapture that was happening. I don't mind it. Like, would I prefer it without it? Maybe not. It's not that bad. I think people are just kind of looking at it from like the close-up shots. It's really not that bad. And if it does have some LEDs, which I think it does, you can just turn those off. And it's actually kind of cool. Like, I like the way this is embedded into the keyboard too. It does protrude out a little bit though. But we have some, oh, there's a, you guys see the fruit fly? Where'd you go? Get out of here. Little fruit fly. This is what happens when you have bananas and you don't eat them, guys. Honestly. So, thin side bezels, bigger top, bigger bottom, hidden screw design with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. Okay. All right. I would say this is a very classic top shape. There's nothing really crazy. It doesn't like protrude outwards anywhere. It's nice. I think the selling point for me is this giant, really nicely done back piece over here. I really like the shape of this too. I like how it cuts into the board. I really like how this tapers inwards as well. Wonderful job on the side profile and how it kind of blends into the bottom and even back. The one thing I am still not 100% sold on though, the compass. I guess I'm just not 100%. I just maybe don't love it. It's actually not as bad on this board, but I'm not sold on the compass. I think that's what it's supposed to be. I've been told it's a compass logo, but it's all right. Alex hates direction confirmed. Okay, buddy. But absolutely gorgeous board. Let's see this from the side here too. Yeah, this is nice. Stepped internals is also nice too. This should help brighten up the sound from the all brass piece on the bottom here. Cool though. Very, very cool. So let's take a look more at the group by page. Let's see. I like it more than just the name of the board in cursive. Yeah, I just don't love, like, maybe my thing with this compass weight is I just don't get it. Like, what does it have to do with the Neo series? I guess I don't really understand how it ties in. And I think maybe that's kind of like my, I don't know. That's my gripe with it, maybe. Like, I just don't understand it. But I have no clue. The badge on the front was inspired by celestial bodies. I heard about that, actually. But let's go back to the group by page. Let's load this bad boy back up. So, what else do we have here? We have Neo's high-end product line, the Neo80 CU series. It focuses on acoustic structures. I actually kind of disagree with that. I think it really focuses on more of like a premium, like heavy keyboard with solid bottoms, and it does lean a little bit deeper because of those solid bottoms as well. I guess let's just skip past all this stuff here because it's just, oh, this is just literally review info if they wanted more stuff. But do they not have like a price page like they normally do? Oh, I want a price page. Oh, they don't got one. Leave a solid bottom? Hold on. Let me see if there's another price page somewhere. Oh, there's a Notion site for it? Beautiful. Let's see. It's on their site? Well, I guess I clicked the wrong one. Usually they send this and the other one, but I guess they only sent me notes. Oh, I don't want to open up Apple Music. Please, no. All right, so we can skip all the way to the bottom. Okay, actually, we'll stop right here. So, star ring accent light inspired by massive celestial bodies. I already read through this once with you guys, but we can read it over again. The Neo80 CU top case features a multi-layered star ring. I actually don't mind this. I think in person this looks a lot better, guys. I don't think this is one of those things where we're gonna not like. But I don't understand why they couldn't do something also celestial on the back of the keyboard too. I guess the compass sort of ties in with this, maybe, but I would have loved to see something like this on the back of the keyboard too, or the bottom. That would have been really cool. So does this move at all, or does it just stay in place? I guess it stays in place. Weight design, so they kind of already mentioned this, but really pretty weight. I think they did a really good job with the shape of everything. It's not a compass, it's planets floating around the sun. This? Bro, I swear someone told me this was a compass one time. I don't see... It's Saturn? It's planets floating around the sun. I don't know, man. No, the back is the compass. Oh. Wait, what? It says compass on the page. Okay. Okay. It is okay. We confirmed it is a compass because it says right here. We're all confirmed now. We're all confirmed it is a compass. I was gonna say does not look like planets floating around another sun there or something. I mean, it maybe kind of does. I can see what you mean, but all right. Let's take a closer look here. Yeah, the side profile. I mean, this is a good representation. I think the side profile is slick, dude. It is slick. So this is what I really like about this board, by the way. I love that they went back to a pour-on gasket structure for this. So I think I've been a little bit, not burnt out per se, but I think I've been missing just that pour-on gasket sound, because it does have kind of its own unique sound profile. So I'm glad that they give us the option to just do pour-on gaskets as well. I think that's really, really cool that we're able to kind of add that. And they're saying too, it doesn't require adhesives, which is cool. But no, there's a top mount. So it has pour-on gasket, silicone gasket, and top mount. The silicone gaskets look like they're going to be a lot firmer, probably a bit more dense. And then we have our standardized top mount here. You cannot use the top mount without a plateless, or with a plateless build. I mean, I'd assume so. I would guess so. And then we have the acoustic chamber design, which is just really those things I tell you guys about like every stream when we see boards with this. Ridges on the board help deflect sound differently. It also helps get rid of like unwanted ping and stuff like that too. And it looks like they're also doing an integrated force brake, which hit and miss. Integrated force brakes I find are hit and miss. So we shall see how that really, really works. It does look like it's just going to be stickers though, so if it's just little stickers opposed to like silicone pieces, it should be fine. PEI plate is an emerging keyboard plate that offers superior tenacity and stability. Whoa. I don't know what tenacity has to do with anything here, but I'm starting to warm up to PEI plates. I don't know if we'll use one today. Can I ask you guys in chat about keyboard stuff? Yeah. Then the flex cut aluminum plate. So the aluminum plate's actually quite interesting, which we'll take a look at here soon. Well, I guess we can kind of look it over here. It does have some interesting areas. So like the spacebar, as you guys can kind of see on the bottom, the spacebar has some interesting like flexy areas, which I'm assuming will probably make this a little bit more bouncy. So interesting, very, very interesting. I'm gonna skip ahead though to the price points. Okay, this is a PVD, by the way. And by the way, this is an amazing PVD. They killed it with this PVD. Oh my god. I love when they do this, but I also like hate when they do this. So I think one of you guys said my variant right now is $280. But like if you want... I have to zoom out some more. If you want like the most basic version, which sorry if this gets cut off for you guys, it's literally going to be a brass weight. All right. Brass bottom. Or I guess brass or copper weight, brass bottom with a plateless build. And that'll be $209.99. The top spec version, it looks like, is $285. God, that's so... $295. And that's for the glossy chamfered aluminum. How much is the premium on the glossy chamfer? It looks like it's about a $15 premium. I think you guys can skip on that one. I think the glossy chamfer you can probably skip on. Yeah, it's $35 versus just a standard aluminum plate. Unless you really want like the fancy schmancy treatment there. I don't know if I agree with that, boy. I don't know if I agree with it. But yeah, if you guys want to, check out this link here. Here, I'll get you guys the link here instead of the other version. Let me switch links. Let's go here and do it. Let's switch our links, because I think this is the wrong link for you guys to look at with all the wrong information. Boom. Alrighty. Let's hide our window here. Can we extra tenacity? If you guys want. You have more clear on the official website. Be more clear. Okay, you guys can check the official website too. But fun. I'm gonna open this up because I want to see inside, and then we'll take a look at the PCB. $210 though. I think I'd buy a plate, so it'd probably cost me an extra what, 20 bucks, please. Lower the music. Is it really that loud? I thought the music's pretty low actually. Screwdriver here. Is it too loud, guys? The music, or is it just right? I'll be honest, I haven't touched it at all. So if it is low or high, I apologize. Low key kind of loud. Let me just turn it down one notch. You're all good, 3D. You don't have to apologize. I'll turn it down a little bit. All right. Let's open this bad boy up. So I think Neo's been making crazy good products. I have to admit, I'm extremely happy with everything they've been putting out. Now their CU lineup, to be completely upfront, while I really like their CU lineup, I have actually preferred their core lineup ever so slightly. If I'm keeping it a buck, I think their core lineup is definitely more up my alley. So, why does it say something about milky yellows every time I go live? That's because they joined the chat. They're the first person ever in stream every single time. Every single time. You're only tried one of the core products though, right? I've tried 2 of the core products. Which I think is all of them so far? Is there only 2 core products, right? Okay, so there is a little... Oh, I like what they did here too. This is nice. A baby pogo pin for the little LEDs over here. Nice touch. That is funny. This is nice, guys. I actually really appreciate this little accent on the top. I don't even want to say it's growing on me because I never didn't like it, but I do think it's definitely very pretty. I can definitely see... Oh, I like what they did here too. Damn, this feels premium as fuck. All right, that's a nice touch too. I haven't seen them do this yet in a board. That feels a bit premium. I like that. Just having a little badge with all the specs of the keyboard in it. Tells you materials used, the front height, the weight of the keyboard. Yeah, a bit like Geon's for sure. Interesting. This has room to wiggle. That's good to see. Wow. It's a big piece of brass, man. I don't know if they have a Torx bit. I didn't open up their screwdriver bit here. Yeah, it's in here. It's the only bit I think you need. I think you only need 1 bit for the entire board. Is there a potential for the aluminum chamfer on the plate to change the sound? I almost highly doubt that. I don't think it will. I'd have to inspect both plates to see if there's any like physical difference. But I want to say no. Let's actually take a look at that plate as well. Oh my goodness. The adhesive on this is not given right now. Here we go. I think they sent me the chamfered one. Yes, the chamfered one. I just like, if this is the only difference, just having these shiny edges, I Is it only this one here that comes with the flexes? So what's the actual aluminum plate look like? Let me triple check here. Is there a difference? I don't know for sure. Let me see, let me see. Ah, there is a bit of a difference. The chamfered one has all the flex cuts, which may turn you off from buying this. But it actually might sound different then, because not so much of the chamfers, but it might actually be because of the fact that this is more of like some people call this like a skeleton plate, but it is a bit more, you know, flexy in that regard. So this could potentially change the sound. If it was up to me, like just off of first glance, I kind of wish they married the two, you know, and just did like an in-between. But it's cool that they're offering two different units here. So one just very standard plate. There is some manner of flex areas or just cuts, relief cuts on the standard plate. But on the chamfered one, it does look like this has been a bit more hollowed out. I'm curious. I still want to use the aluminum today. We can always do another build another day with some different switches with the PEI plate. But I am curious about this. Let's take a look at our PCB now. Use PEI, please. I don't know if PEI and cherry switches will be super up my alley personally, but... Alright. Ooh, that's fun. I like what they did with the PCB here. TLDR is I like the choices that they made so far. I wouldn't say there's anything that stands out as like bad choices. So hot swap options, fairly good. Can't really complain. No ISO though, which is a bit of a bummer. There is a toggle in the same place that we always see in Neo boards, which is under the caps lock. Can't say that I love that. You know what would have been really cool if they can implement this in maybe future boards? You see how this is, by the way, this is not a criticism. It's more of an observation. I personally prefer when keyboards that offer wireless and Bluetooth have an external switch. How cool would it have been if they had made this like rotate to be the switch for that? I don't know how possible that is, but like it would have been a little bit nicer than having to remove a keycap every single time. I'm still on team. I am not the biggest fan of hidden switches for your wireless modes, only because sometimes it is a pain in the ass. I don't see people traveling with this board. It is way too heavy. But yeah, no ISO is a bit of a bummer, but it's okay. You got lots of other options here. But yeah, if you were in ISO, you might have to go with solder. It does look like the plate is ISO compatible though. Why do you hate it so much? Next thing you'll be spitting on it? What the Huh? That's crazy, ain't it? Alright though, cool. Got a little daughter board over here. Little mini pogo pin, which is kind of cute. And then we have our flex cuts, or not flex cuts, our mounting points over here with some relief cuts. I like what they did with these. I like how these mounts work. So they kind of branch off into two sections, which should help this be a little bit less rigid. But I like what they did with this too. And I do like PCB mounted stuff too. I feel like it does change up the feeling and sound just ever so slightly. There were many debates over it when everyone saw the badge first. I know, people are even bringing it up here. Personally, I didn't mind it. I thought it was okay. All right, let's start building the board. Actually, let's put feet on before I literally do anything, because Lord knows. Actually, I'll do that afterwards. Why is the plate on a diet? Damn. All right, question. Are you guys team badge or not team badge? There's no right or wrong answer here, by the way. This is purely preference. It does seem like some people like it. It does seem like some people don't. I'm on team. I don't mind it. I don't think it takes away from the board at all personally, but, and you guys know me, I'll voice it usually, but I actually think it looks pretty. I actually still don't like the compass more than I don't like this, so. Badge is too boring. Oh, no badge is too boring. That badge is whatever. Interesting. It's kind of cute. Initially no badge, now it's a meh, but it looks like it's staring at me, to be honest. Damn. Team badge, but not team compass. I'm with you, Dirty Dishes. I would prefer the compass as the badge on the front. I do wish both were kind of in the same theme, as we mentioned before. But it's alright. It's okay. Alrighty. Well, let's start looping some stabilizers. Let's get this, and let's get this. I like the badge. Is there a difference between the copper weight and mirror weight? What do you mean by that? Sorry, Rappa. All the weights have their materials assigned to them on the website. So depending on which one you're looking at, I don't know if there's a copper mirror finish though. Neo has been releasing heat with the CUs. I personally think the bigger heat releases for me have been their core lineup. Their last core lineup board was phenomenal. I really liked those. But we'll see with this one here. I'm excited to see what this is going to sound like. Now I am using Cherry MX2As out of popular request from people. I was going to just do some long pull switches, but I switched it up for you guys. I did a whole set of these this morning for y'all. They're doing the machining marks like you kind of asked from the Neo80s. Oh, really? Where'd you hear that? Where's the popular request from? We need a poll right now. I've gotten a few, well, by popular request, I mean, no one ever really DMs me what switches to use. And this is the very first time in a long time that a few people have requested switches before a stream for a prototype or pre-release unit, you can call. That is no insignificant amount of dedication for a request. Yeah, I've never really gotten requests like that. So look at the backweight options. There is machining mark options for this board. I think I remember you guys, yeah. I remember reading that, machine mark. Hard to tell from the render, honestly. It doesn't look super great on the render. Here, I'll show you guys. It looks just okay on the render. It's hard to tell what the hell it is. But yeah, if they do some machine marks, that'll be really cool on this too. You know what I think is actually really nice? Just this one here. The gunmetal stainless steel. I think that's pretty. That is a nice one. Very hot, that one there. Has anyone been eyeing this board, by the way? ISO should be available on the ISO PCBs. I do think there should be ISO stuff for hot swap. Gunmetal stainless steel would be cool. Dude, right? I sent it to a friend and he went feral for it. Really? I mean, it is a nice looking keyboard. I wonder why all the CU boards since had only the compass. The Neo80 CU had a few different options. Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I liked the 75 CU for having a few different options as well. I'm kind of curious why they decided to just pick one and then stick with it. And it's weird. I mean, I think it's a good thing that the only criticism I have right now is maybe some of their styling choices and not so much the board, you know, the construction of the board itself. So I think that's already a pretty decent thing, but not saying this is not a good looking board. I actually think this is quite pretty. I don't mind this at all. So when one came along that basically ticked all his boxes and it's very pretty, no brainer, absolutely. I chose the DK1 TKL because of its F13. I will say the DK1 TKL, the way it implemented a front accent over here was genius. I think they did an amazing job with that personally. But the DK1 TKL did lean more to preferring a foamier sound signature. That's what I noticed with that board. Let's go Blue Jays? Damn.
Let's go Blue Jays.
Is there a game tonight? No, I'm using the Manta today. I actually went through like 3 boards today, I'm not gonna lie. The only reason I'm not using the Seabass is because I don't have a VIA file for it. That's literally it, I promise. Alright. The Seaboss. The Seabass. By the way, I was really tempted to get that new Digimon game today, but I fought off the evil spirits for it. Oh, that'd be great, Pancake. I almost pulled the trigger on it. Almost. But I honestly shouldn't. I'd be a very bad person to do that right now because I do not have the money to buy a game right now. You should play the new Digimon game. I'm going to play the demo first because I think I saw a demo. So I'm going to try that. I'm eating cookies right now, Trader Joe's. Do you fuck with cookies? Absolutely. Dude, nothing in this world to me beats a chocolate oatmeal cookie. Like just a nice buttery chocolate oatmeal cookie is absolutely something that hits home every single time. That is my absolute favorite cookie. I've had some really good cookies, but I think that's always going to be my go-to cookie. Nice chocolate. Now my mouth's watering. Man, those hit. I love when they're really thin too and they got that crispiness to them. Ooh. Love those. Love them. Love Trader Joe's. We don't have one in Canada. Hi Alex, I accidentally used the wrong JST cable on my PCB and it got really hot and I unplugged it. You could have burnt one of the diodes on it. So if you put in the right one and try to boot it up again, if it works, then that's fine. But you might have damaged a diode, which means you have to repair it. I don't know a hack to fix those other than just having another diode on hand. I don't think that's as easy as like moving over the what's it called? You know, a wire to another wire type thing. But I think, not to scare you, I think maybe potentially it was fried. A Venom HE PCB, nothing looks burned on the back. It won't look burned. It'll be like literally the smallest diode. Like imagine this. Like these. And they just kind of fizzle up and like die. And it almost doesn't look burnt. It might even look white. So just double check. I would say just plug in the right stuff, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then yeah, you might need to fix it. You had so much detail, I wanted more for each word you add. Wait, for what? The cookies? Costco chocolate chip cookies for the win? You know, it's weird. I like regular schmegular cookies, but nothing competes with oatmeal for me. I love oatmeal chocolate chip, bro. I did see this recipe on TikTok for these like brownie cookies. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm also a sucker for like really thin, crispy brownies. And I've had like in the past like a brownie cookie. Those kind of hit too, bro. Love those. I use Silent Lemon V3s and they're actually really solid. Who's the menu behind those? Been making cookies the past 2 weeks every day. I haven't had a snickerdoodle in forever, bro. Honestly, the only cookies I've ever made in the last like 2 years are just chocolate chip. I gotta try something different. Or like a sugar cookie. Otemu makes them? Dude, Otemu does make solid stuff though. GMK Flare? I don't think I'm ever gonna get that set. It seems like a little too wild for me. Crispy brownies? No, I love when brownies have a crunch to them. Okay, like, here's a question for you guys. Are you more of a centerpiece brownie kind of guy or a corner piece? That's how we're going to separate people today. That's the division line. Soft brownie with crispy edges. So you're edge. You're an edge guy? Corner? Corners only? Dude, corners are the best piece, bro. The absolute best piece. Ah, dude, I love you guys. Just about everyone here. Center, says Utterly? Dude, Utterly is claiming everyone's centerpieces right now. All the rest of us are fighting for our lives, except for him. Corner, edge, center. Absolutely, dude. Damn, I really want to bake something now, bro. Oatmeal chocolate chip cookies are the GOAT, though. You're right on that one. Dude, I freaking think they're so good. They have like a nice texture to them. I think that's why I like them. They're not like as rich, I find, as some of the other cookies too, which I think balances it for me. 3 days until Windbreaker goes on sale. Yeah, that's going to be a popular one, I think. Banana bread at work? Banana bread in general is also like just god tier. Banana bread with chocolate chips. It has to have chocolate chips for me. I'm a chocolate banana bread kind of guy. So, like, if you give me a piece without chocolate chips, I'll eat it. But if you give me one with chocolate chips, I might have to kiss you. You know what I mean? What if I dislike bananas? That's fine. Banana bread at work, though? Hell yeah. What about banana bread when you wake up? Like, just any time during the day. It doesn't need to be anywhere. I just have banana bread and I feel good. That's it. I think he means make your uneaten bananas into banana bread. Oh, yes. Not just slice them and put them on a bread. I like pumpkin pie. My favorite pie, though, is always going to be... You know, I was actually considering buying one today. Like, just a pre-made one. I just like apple pie, man. I think apple pie and specifically cherry pies are some of my favorite pies. I also like lemon meringue, but I'm not going to classify that in the same type of thing right now. But yeah, pumpkin pie is definitely up there, but I prefer apple and cherry. Apple pie with ice cream is on top. Yeah, let me put everyone on something. Pumpkin chocolate chip muffins are god tier fall snacks. Wait, pumpkin chocolate chip muffins. Make sure to have them with applesauce. Hold up, Josh. Normally, I'm not really a pumpkin, like, muffin kind of guy, but I'll try that. What is that, Ants? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Alex, do you eat everything with chocolate chips? If I could. I am out of chocolate chips right now. I don't got chocolate chips at the moment. So, dude, I like chocolate, alright? I go through phases with chocolate, though, for real. I think I looped way too many stabs, but whatever. Let's just use dielectric for this. Where is my dielectric grease? Mr. Plain Chips is into chocolate too much? What was that supposed to mean? Kit Kat or Coffee Crisp? Damn, those are two really good chocolate bars. I definitely like a Coffee Crisp. Like, if I haven't had chocolate in a while, yeah, Coffee Crisp is hitting. But, like, I do think Kit Kat is definitely a lighter kind of, like... I know this is getting really particular. I do think Kit Kat's, like, a bit of a lighter snack. So, like, yeah, if I'm not feeling, like a denser chocolate bar, yeah, for sure. But dude, Coffee Crisp is so flavorful. Can't go wrong with that, man. And a glass of milk, it just hits. It just hits, dude. Japanese Kit Kat flavors slap. I have tried some of them. The only one that I really liked was, oddly enough, the banana one. But I haven't been able to find that one there in a long time. I'm not really into like the floral ones and the matcha one. I'm not really into matcha in general, so. What in the Canada is a Coffee Crisp? Dude, I wish I had one right now for you to show you, Mike. It's a chocolate bar. It's like a weight. Imagine a Kit Kat, but taller and thicker with coffee infused in it. I think that's like one of the better ways. And it's a bit more like firm. It's the best way to describe it, I think. It's really good, man. Honestly, if you can somehow get one, highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Wasn't there an ice cream that had chocolate covered potato chips? I don't know about that. So nice.
Hi Alex, how you doing?
Dude, Slothy, how you doing, man? I'm doing good, Slothy. Today's been a pretty calm day. I've just literally been working like non-stop. I did take a walk today to get my legs moving because honestly I felt like I was just really laser focused since like 7 o'clock in the morning sitting at my desk. So I just had to move around a bit. But that's pretty much my day. Nothing too crazy. How about you? You should smuggle some coffee crisp across the border. Bro, I don't know, Coach. I'm a little afraid of the border right now. So I'm a pack light. I might even bring like one pair of underwear, you know what I'm saying? Just so, like they can see. And just go across the border with that. It's like one little bag, you know? Transparent bag. Alex, that's gross? It's not gross. You can wear underwear technically 3 times. 4 times actually, technically. 1 pair. This way, then you flip it 1 time, and then you go inside out, front, inside out, back. 4 times, bro. Technically, been playing Minecraft since late afternoon. Got a bunch of the fossil Pokemon. Ah, man. This weekend I'm getting on. It's not flippable. Come on, bro. Ruffles all dressed? I'm not actually an all dressed guy.
Evening Papalex and chat. In the Victorian era, noblemen used spoons with built-in guards to protect their carefully styled moustaches from getting wet or soiled by soup.
Really? How'd that even look? Also, thank you for the bits, Crummy. Sorry if you guys hear my phone ring. Alex, mustache soup spoon when? I need to see a picture of it first. No, all dressed. Are you sure? Okay. I will be honest with you guys. This is news. I know this has never been talked about before. Potato chips, I'm actually more of just an original salted kind of guy. I don't really go for flavored potato chips all that often. So it's really just original for me. You can watch the clip to see my flavor preferences of choice. Very varied, like varied. It's varied, I think. But jokes on everyone, I don't eat potato chips at all. I love potato chips. They are my vice. Salt is the correct take, no question. Thank you, appreciate that. What are even taste buds? I taste salt, what do you mean? This ain't a guy, dude. Original salted chips with hummus. I have had that, and that is good. But, okay, I'm gonna give you guys one of the real answers right now. Whenever I have flavored potato chips, okay? There have been times in which some brands make really good flavored potato chips, all right? Some of them are really damn good. But the majority I've eaten are, dude, they kind of taste like chemicals. Like they taste like weird dust. And I'm not a fan, man. They just don't taste natural. Like, it doesn't taste good. So, like, dude, I also fucking hate ketchup. I think ketchup is disgusting. It is disgusting. Also, Akira. Hey, Alex, just got introduced to custom mechs because of your vids. I finally got a Kohaku and have fallen too far into the hobby. Akira? When did you just get the Kohaku? That's crazy. What do you dip your french fries in? Nothing. Dude, I don't like ketchup at all. To me, it's disgusting. I've never been a fan though, man. It's just not my thing. Wait until you're 5 years into it and post results into Reddit. Oh god, dude. Don't even get people started on that. And Alex, I also hate ketchup. I have never liked it. And I remember when I was younger, we went to McDonald's, and it's not like a secret that I don't like ketchup. And they accidentally put ketchup on my burger. Or no, it wasn't McDonald's. It was Burger King. And I remember taking a bite of it, and I just remember like only tasting ketchup. I could only taste it. And I just don't like it. And I remember just thinking to myself, even then, I'm like, man, I don't know why people like this stuff. It's not that great. I like house-made sauces, but I just don't like ketchup.
Chat, for Christmas, everyone needs to mail Alex their favorite potato chip. On a side note, pancakes are better than waffles. Peppo dab.
Damn, are we having a food chat today? We haven't had a food chat in a while. Also, thank you. Appreciate that, Pancake. Pickles are hit and miss, man. I like pickles, but I don't go crazy for pickles. I like pickle on food, but not solo, you know? Waffles are better. I'm on team pancakes. Actually, I made really good chicken tonight. You guys want to hear what I did? I used a bunch of random things and it turned out really good. I'll tell you guys the secret sauce to my chicken. Team French toast. French toast is delicious. Won't even argue with you there. Make sure these are all good. The man that likes crispy brownies likes pancakes over waffles. What a joke. Damn. All right. I might offend people today. Also, guys, I need to complain about something. Really random off topic. The reason why I took out a headphone right now. I might return these AirPods. They are hurting the inside of my ear. And I was reading that this is a pretty common thing. They are actually like killing me. I can't deal with them. The new AirPods. They're killing me. I can't even push them in all the way. It's not the tip part either. It's the plastic part. So they're like rubbing on the inside of my ear. And I swear it made me bleed the other day too. I do not like them. Like I'm like this close to being like, yo, Apple, like I need to return this shit. I might have to revert back to the AirPod 2s. Dude, I haven't left the original AirPod shape. I don't know why they changed it so dramatically this time. Like the seal's better, yes, but it's not that much better to me. Yeah, AirPod Pro 3s are a hit or miss. Dude, they're pretty like, it's pretty black and white with people with this. I feel like there's no in between. But I'm really starting to not like these. So I might go and return them just because they're literally causing me a lot of pain. I like the Apple stuff. Like the Apple AirPods, like I like the way they work. I like just opening them. I like how they just kind of like attach themselves to the Apple stuff. Like it's nice, but oh my god, dude, they're making my ears bleed. Sound-wise, they're not bad. I don't mind the sound. I know some people are complaining about the sound profile on them, but dude, oh my god, they hurt. Pro 3s are dividing people? Dude, for real they are. Pro 3 had a way different ergonomic and different sound tuning. They sound more like Beats. Like old Beats I used to have. What part is pinching? You guys are gonna see some earwax, so I apologize. But see this part right over here? It's like, is it that part? Yeah, it's this right over here. Whatever sensor this is, and then a little bit over here as well. This is not flush. This kind of sinks in a little bit, but it's mostly like right here. Well, I'm pointing at nothing. You guys can't see, but it's just hurting me a lot. Skill issues, Steve Jobs. Yeah, they're just killing me right now. What's up, Asterisk? I went from a 2 to 3, yeah. And the only reason I even upgraded was because my 2s, I have dropped them so many times that they started to like squeal, basically. So I was going to upgrade regardless, or just buy a new pair regardless, but I'm thinking just returning these and just buying AirPod 2s again. But they hurt, man. That's the part to test your blood sugar? Is it? They had heart rate sensors. The 2s? I thought that only the 3s did. Tried my first energy drink today. Man, it tastes so good. Pause a second. Blaze, which one do you try? I would like to consider myself an energy drink aficionado, I think. But which one you try, Blaze? Which one you try? Let us know. Dude had tinnitus and is blaming his... Oh, no, I did not have tinnitus, bro. Oh my god. I think the 3's adding the heartbeat sensor is a waste. I don't understand why I need it in the AirPods. It's like an orange can Monster. My friend said the best one's like Ultra Sunshine. Oh, Ultra Sunshine's good. All of the Ultra stuff I think tastes pretty good. I haven't had a bad Ultra drink yet. I love Monsters, but honestly, dude, Monster's the only brand that makes me feel like shit after I drink it, though. That is the only brand that gives me like a kind of a crash in a lot of ways. Monster's delicious, though. It's like one of my favorite tasting ones. Dude, Red Bull, I like Pancake. Red Bull's my least favorite energy drink, though, out of all the energy drinks. There is a really good energy drink that I simp for, but it is... The only place I found it is like the convenience stores, and they always upcharge you. God, I want to find what it's called now. Okay, I'll look it up later. I think it's called Gorilla Mind or something like that. But it is so good. They have like this candy flavored one, and it's just like insane, bro. It's so good. It's so good. My stomach's growling from talking about food. God damn it. I had a Four Loko when they came out. I'll be honest, when we got them when we were younger, we really didn't know what to expect from them and like what they were, but we just got them, and it was not a fun experience. Bro, I'll do an energy drink tier list. I got hooked on Red Bull because they had them at the clubs all the time, would mix it with vodka. Red Bull is decent for mixing stuff, for sure. The OG Four Lokos were bad. Yeah, I remember when we were younger, we happened to acquire them. I don't remember how. And then we tried them. We didn't really know what they were. And I just remember us being basically on the floor. They did get banned, yes. We thought they were just energy drinks that were more of a kick. So we thought we were going to get crazy with energy. But we ended up hyper for like all of 5 minutes, and then we kind of just crashed. It was a lot. What are these? Oh, the switches under them were just Gatorade Milky Yellows from last time that I had left over. OG Canadian energy drinks? Which ones? Pocari all the way. I'll only drink up Time in Celsius. Dude, Celsius is really good. Monster and Red Bull taste like cough syrup to me. Really? I like Alani Nu. I think theirs is pretty good. Ooh, that does not look healthy. What's going on with that particular switch? Alani Nu is pretty good. I like Alani Nu. Oh, I'm just going crazy. I thought that bent to the hot swap socket, but it's already a little curved there. No, I thought I did, but it's just all of them. They all have like this little bit of a shape to them, which I'm not too familiar with. But it seems like even the ones I haven't even put in yet have a small little curve. Oh, don't start with me. Bro, I am not going to start with you guys tonight with that stuff. Don't kill me, bro. Yeah, coffee is good. Don't get me wrong. I like drinking coffee, but even like now I'm having a cold coffee. I like fizzy drinks. So, and if I can get my caffeine in and have a fizzy drink, then to me that hits the spot. I do think fizzy drinks are very up my alley. Nitro cold brew? Is that carbonated? Alex, on your gaming setup, how long is your boot up time? Like 15 seconds maybe? It's not crazy fast, but it's also not like slow by any means either. I've seen faster. Too long? Oh, well, whatever. Caffeine puts me to sleep. Like, if I want to fall asleep and I'm having trouble, I'll drink a can of Coke. Really? Beer is the only carbonated thing I consume. You know, I'm starting to slowly enjoy a beer every now and then again. But it has to be with food. To have it on its own, I can't do it. But I've been really enjoying it, oddly enough, with snacking at night. Which is probably the worst time to have it. But every once in a blue moon, like once every other month, I'll buy a beer and have like a bag of potato chips and kind of be on the couch, you know? No, this is not the PEI plate. We're doing aluminum chamfered. So it's a bit more skeletonized, I guess. Have you done any custom build HE builds? I'm gonna be doing one. Sorry, I had to think just because I was like, did I? I built one for myself, kinda, but it wasn't super custom. Like, I didn't mod the switches. But kinda. No joke, I can drink really fast a NOS energy drink and go to sleep right after it. The thing with doing that, though, is I find you get really hyper after you wake up. Getting Vela? What's that? Yeah, I have a really good feeling about this. I think the stuff we're picking right now is delish. Actually, you're right. I did build the Lagira, but I also have this hot take where I think the Lagira is actually not a great keyboard. I think the Lagira is just okay. Maybe less than just okay. I was really not impressed when I built it. I would say it's forgettable. That's the nicest thing I can probably say about it. The Lagira is a blunder IMO. Yeah. So, yeah. It is what it is. It's nicer than a Bakaneko visually, but the sound and feel-wise, nope. Oh, the Lagira? It is nicer visually for sure, but yeah, I was not impressed with it at all. I thought it was pretty mid. Maybe less than mid. Bull is going to be a vendor for the Vela soon. Oh, you know, Bull was telling me about the Vela. I do remember that now. What it do, baby? What's up, Jedi? How you doing, man? Oh, I almost put a milky yellow. I mean, we could put milky yellows in the spacebar afterwards. It's good that I maybe have some here with me. I always forget how much quicker doing hot swap PCBs are, really. We really don't have to do a whole hell of a lot with these, huh? Hello, Mochief. How you doing? All right. right, I'm gonna get some water just really quick, guys, because I am like dying of thirst, and I have a little bit of a coffee left over here from when I made it, but I'm gonna get some water though, because I am actually really thirsty. Give me one moment, please. Getting ready to kill 3 chicken tacos and watching this beautiful mustache man? Hell yes, dude. Where'd you get your chicken tacos? All right. Homemade, man. I'm watching salt content and everything outside is all salt, dude. Dude, speaking of that, we went to a grocery store and they had these really cool, like, instant ramen things. And, like, I know instant ramens have tons of sodium, but these were, like, special edition ones. Oh my god, dude. One of those special packs of ramen had 248% of your daily sodium intake. And it wasn't just like 100 grams of it. It was it was supposed to be a whole serving, right? Holy shit. 248%. That happens. I mean, I've never really like been into those kind of things because I cannot deal with like the sodium, but like crazy, bro. I made it in time to watch you build this heavy chungus. Yes, sir. Inexpensive 75%, 80% case. The bridge is one of my favorites. That's one I would recommend. I mean, even this is technically like not too bad price-wise. All right, let's put on some stickers and stuff now, shall we? Let me move. I'm not going to use any foams today. If need be, we can always restream this with foams another day. Have you talked if you like the little planet logo? I have, and I actually don't mind it, guys. I think the planet logo is fine. All right, so I love this little touch inside here. I think this little like badge on the inside is very cool. Keyboard on my desk yesterday. Was it the orange one or the C-Boss? So here are the gaskets. Actually, where are the feet? Are these the feet? Here is the integrated force brake, so it doesn't need to be installed by us. So that's already there, and it's not anything but basically a thin layer of like foam sheet. Okay, that's good to see. That's a good thing to see here too. Guess I'll put on the feet after I'm done this here. Oh, they give you 2 colors of feet too, which is very pleasant. I don't know which one we'll use today. And these are top mount screws, I guess. So let me see about the pour-on gasket placement first. So apparently this is a non-adhesive way to do this. So let me see. Okay, so we put the big ones on the bottom and the small ones on the top. So according to them, we just kind of lay it in here. What switches are those? Oil Kings, MX2As? MX2As. First time catching your stream. Love your content. Watching from Australia. Thank you, man. I appreciate the kind words. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream today. Interesting that we don't have any sort of... I guess we'll do it this way here. Yeah, that actually works better doing it this way. So this just really sits in place here and then that's it. Interesting. So again, these are non-adhesive. Think alexotos and gigantic jasper. Why? What happened? Sorry. Oh, people are telling you which switches. So how does this exactly fit in here nice? So I guess these kind of just pressure fit in. That's the goal with these. So you do have to kind of push them into place. I see, I see. Okay. Honestly, not a bad system. Well, if you use adhesive, so I understand their point here. If you use any adhesive pour-on gaskets, then you're locked into really using these. That's it. You have this and maybe a top mount. But if you use these kind of gaskets, you can still play around with other mounts, which I assume that's what they wanted to do with offering silicone as an alternative as well. But I have a feeling that the pour-on's going to be kind of my favorite, but we'll see. Can confirm that the keycaps on the Seabass were... Yeah, it's Retrozuian on the Seabass. Yeah. You are correct. I hope these don't flop over when I go to install it, though. I wonder if maybe the goal is to, like, pop it on the top first. The color's looking clean. I do like this color, this jade. It's quite nice. I don't know what keycaps we'll use tonight. Low-key feel like botanical would be a good choice, but also maybe we just do something really dark. I'm not sure. No mounting point under the spacebar W. Yeah, it looks like we have quite a large amount of space. There's also like this little piece of silicone that's sitting over here too. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that. Interesting. I didn't see that on the notes, but it's a rather thick piece of silicone around over here. It's the only one too. I don't have black snail, unfortunately. Metropolis would actually look really cool on this. I also think wasabi would be neat, but wasabi kind of feel like every time we get a green board like this, I use wasabi. It could be to stop some flex of some sort. It could also be like an extra big force break for that point. But the thing I've noticed about using hard silicone force breaks is it doesn't really do much. So I'm not really sure what the point of that is. It doesn't align to anything here, so. It could also be stopping the PCB. Could be. Maybe not, maybe. That's green. Man, my colorblindness is in full effect. It's a very, 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 very light green. I have no hate if you guys can't see it's green. It's very, very light. I wish there was a force break in that T-zone. Dude, agreed. So, again, not really a piece of criticism, but something I've noticed in other TKLs. What I've been really liking is any brand or company who can make some sort of like... See this little T area right over here? I've seen some companies offer a bit of like a cross-section buffer pad or some sort of force break that sits underneath this or on top of the PCB or the plate. Dude, I think it's such a smart idea because sometimes this gets a little bit bland in this particular corner. But totally fine that we don't have it here. Just an interesting observation. Would it be easier to do it like this? I think so. That way there nothing falls out. All right, let's move this over here. This, and let's screw these back in. Little note for anyone rebuilding this, maybe watching this in the future, don't over tighten your screws. Don't over tighten screws. It can make things sound a bit like ass. Seems like a hot fix. For which one, sorry? Right mods are always sus on TKL, you think? Greg would be perfect on this. Listen up. I don't know if I agree with that take. Oh. Damn. Okay, now comes the which feet do we use? Black, right? I think black. Yeah, black. Dude. Absolutely. Square feet, interesting. They have a adequate thickness to them. I like this little like shape kind of cutout line that they got to connecting the feet to. I think that's kind of cool. Actually, another little pretty note of this weight piece too that I'm kind of just taking in now and really appreciate is see this little cut underneath? I think that's really pretty actually. Kind of reminds me of like the Percent Studios boards a little bit. But I think that's really nice. Really, really. I think you forgot to put the silicone support things on the side. Do I have to include those? Let me double check. I know what you're talking about. I just didn't know if I need to include those. Let me open up and see. Mochief. What's up, dude? Top right foot is crooked. Pfft. Is it? I'll check after this. It doesn't say anywhere here to do it, but could you show up the side profile vertically? Yeah. Give me one moment and we'll do that here in a second. Be very careful to not interfere with those things there. I don't think I have to put those on, but let's see. Because they would slide in here, right? I think. Neo is kind of simplistic, classic no foam pure sound type beat. Pretty much. I mean, I think they're kind of nice for that. I don't know if we need this, but I guess we'll just put it on just to see. I think they just go here, right? It's kind of just plug into the PCB. I'll put them on. Be interested to see what these sound like without it, though. I don't like how these install. They don't really lock in very nice. I don't really know what those would be for. It's just a positioning silicone. Okay, I actually don't think you need those. They're just positioning silicones. So just in case anyone's wondering, watching these back, I think you can probably go without this if you know how to assemble a board. So these are just labeled as purely positioning silicone. They go here and here. I actually think these might alter the sound of the keyboard. I low-key want to take them off. So I think I'm going to not use them for the time being. Because they actually contact the bottom of the PCB. But if you don't know what you're doing, maybe use them. But if you kind of have an idea of how to like center the board, I guess, then you should be fine without them. Seems like they would also get lost easily. Yeah, I feel like they're not the easiest to install either. I appreciate their efforts for putting those in. but I would say those are totally optional. What lamp are you using in the background? It's just a light tube from Godox. It's a photography light tube. The board looks good. It does look really good, actually. I think we got all the screws. This one. All right, let's put some of this stuff to the side. Actually, I'll put all these screws back for the time being. You can start doing bicep curls with this board. It is extremely heavy. And just to show you guys the back here some more, I'll fix this top right foot a little bit because I know someone was mad at me. It's nice though. And I'll show you guys the top or the side profile again if someone requests it. All right. So I don't know what you meant by vertically, but did you mean more like this? Or did you mean showing it like this? Like that? Oh, okay, you meant like this. Okay. It's very pretty. It's I would even, dude, I would even argue this is nicer than their original Neo80 CU lineup side profile. I just think it's like very classy. This is extremely pretty. Yeah. All right. Now, decision time, decision time. What on earth are we using for keycaps? What are we using? Is the cloth included for everyone? Yeah, everyone should get this too. This little wrap thing, yeah. Dude, Boba Fett's actually not a bad choice. I don't know how that'll look like with this particular, I guess, color. Let's see. Side profile's looking good on this board too. I mean, a beige set definitely would work with this. It would kind of keep it a little bit more neutral. Olivia would be interesting. I could move over olive, but I feel like olive's not the right choice. Dandy Light? I could do Dandy Light. Actually, Dandy Light's not a bad choice. I'm actually not opposed to that. If you guys want Dandy Light, I'm not opposed to that. That's actually a pretty good choice. Abstract, Redline would look good. Look as good as Greg. Modern materials, we could do Modern Max, we could do Dandy Light. Dude, Coach, I'm with you on that, Coach Chuck. I think a dark set would look absolutely stellar on this. Because you can kind of see it right now, you know? But I'm also down to do something light. You know what? I'm thinking Dandy Light. I have not used Dandy Light in a hot minute. So let's do it. I gotta take it off this PCB though. Yeah, it has a slight green to it. All right. Wob? Wob's always a good choice, though. It's always a good choice. You can't go wrong with Wob. Literally never. I think this is a good choice. I think we're onto something. Actually, this gives me an excuse to disassemble this PCB. This can finally get rebuilt. This stupid ass PCB. Wait, that's heat? I'm telling you guys, right? Of course. Oh, man. Can we use green accents? Yeah, we can fool around with that. GMK Gorp if you rebuild it in a year's time. Which one's Gorp again? I'm forgetting. No accents? Adam, wanna run a poll? What's up, Alex? How you doing, Matthew? How you doing, bro? Wait, which one's Gorp? Now I'm confused. Gorp would be perfect. Also, I need a sip of water. My throat's dry. Poll is up. 7v round 2 when? Yeah, when can we do that? When is 7v round 2 happening? My 7v currently is with a close friend of mine being temporarily used, and it'd be cool to do a comparison. I've been thinking of this board to use my bonus on, but I'm still unsure if I need more than one keyboard. Totally up to you. My suggestion to you is only ever spend within your means. If you feel like you don't want to overspend, then don't do it. I think it's always a good idea to kind of budget yourself and book appropriately for how you're going to spend your money. This is a good set choice. I'm sold on this set choice right now. Wait, what? Did I? Oh, I started desoldering this. I was like, what the hell? What do you think of the badge? I don't have an issue with the badge. And I think that might be the hot take of the night. But I don't hate the badge, guys. I think some people hate the badge, though. Which is fine. Can you zoom in? I can't tell. For which, sorry? The badge? Ugh. Here. I'll put the keyboard like right here and you guys can get a good view of the keyboard right now. Scissor, what's up, dude? How are you? How are you, dude? All right. Oh, we're doing accents? All right. Damn, I'm actually super surprised you guys want accents on this. Very, very shocked. And my bane is removing escape keys. I can't just like fiddle this from here out either with my fingies. If I'm correct, and the badge is a moon around a planet. Yeah, it's like a cosmos type beat thing. Alright, so I mean, yeah, the green's not bad. Read the rest of my message. Do I think it looks like herpes? What the fuck? No accent? I really like it without the accent, but people vote it with. Okay. I don't know what to do now, guys. Do we revert back? Do we do a just kidding and go back to not having it? What do I do? Can we revote? Okay, now that you guys have seen it, let's revote. I'm down. I'm actually down to revote. LOL joke. I'm a trickster. Oh. By the way, after this, we're doing another board. Just as an FYI. I am repairing a client's keyboard fully after this. So, if you guys want to watch an F1 build after this as well, another TKL, then don't go anywhere. Oh, it's... Pulls up. Yes, sir. Vote no or ban. Damn. I I swear Alex watching me build is kind of tempting me to buy one myself. Yeah, a few people always say that about watching me build keyboards, but dude, I would say don't be tempted just because it looks fun for the day. See if you really need it. Hobbies are supposed to be fun at the end of the day, so what's not fun is regretting your purchases. I'll tell you that with confidence. It's never fun being regretty spaghetti on anything. So always make sure you want it. Always make sure before you commit to buying. Still yearning for a Manta? I am flattered that you are. Truly.
Should I DoorDash cookies? Am I worth it?
Okay, well, you can't do that. You can't do that, Tater, because that's a can of worms. You're always worth it, bro. Now, is buying DoorDash cookies worth it? That's where it becomes a little bit more gray area. That's when they upcharge you, you know? But you can't say that, am I worth it? You're always worth it. You're always, dude. You're never not gonna be. Even with Dash Pass, it's not worth it, bro. The prices of DoorDash cookies, I did it one time ever because me and my girlfriend were craving late night cookies. And legitimately, I kind of regretted it. Page down. No, did not go there. Dust. And I need end. And the last arrow key. Found ya. The majority has spoken. Oh, I guess we're doing accents? Alright. Okay. I'll do accents for you guys. It doesn't look that bad with accents. I don't hate it. Alright, well. What do you guys think? Actually, it looks really good with Dandy. Dandy was a good choice. It makes it look like very airy, like fix right shift. Oh, it's not pushed in all the way. My bad, my bad. It looks nice. From side view. Yeah, this is a good looking board. It is heavy though, bro. Yeah, I do like the weight peeking out from the front too. I'm actually really excited to see how Neo implemented these foam. I can tell you right now, I'm gonna like this. I think the pour-on gaskets were a really good choice. Extremely. Spacebar looks crooked. Okay, I didn't push it down. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You like things peeking out? I think I pushed it into way too much. Hold on one second. Made it back just in time. No pop in the spacebar. I think there is pop. I think I just squished down the spacebar way too much here. Now I can't even get it out. God damn it, guys. Everyone voted yes like crumbs. Wait, everyone that voted yes likes crumbs in their bed? Damn, that's fucked up. That is kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't think I can push down this spacebar all the way. It might have a slight warp to the spacebar, but it's not crooked at all. It's just my spacebar. So you're going to have to excuse my spacebar. All right. Let's tune it up a little bit in some of the modifiers here. Okay, the enter needs tuning. And then I will... That needs tuning too. And then we'll do a sound test. So, lot to like about this board. Although I think if I had it my way right now, I don't think I would go for this particular this is not PC plate, but aluminum plate. I think I would actually spend less and get the regular schmegular aluminum plate. I don't think I would upcharge myself here. Let's just tune it up a little. The original, or I guess the base aluminum plate, is no flex cuts. So it's more of a standard aluminum plate. This aluminum plate has a lot more flex cuts to it. Why did we get the flexi one? Oh, it's the one they sent over. Okay. Much better. I think I picked the color of this, but a lot of the times they ask me like when they're starting to do the stuff and I forget. All right. Now that the enter is off, it's a great chance for the third pull. All right. We're all tuned up and ready to go. Let's see how this sounds. We're using MX2As on the aluminum plate. The MX2As are done with a 60-gram sprit spring, Desky films, and 205G0. We're using GMK ABS keycaps. This is GMK Dandy. We're using the chamfered aluminum plate. Forgot the daughter board. Oh, you want me to plug it in? I can plug it in, guys. Maybe we should plug it in. I'll plug it in right now. God, this is heavy. There's the LEDs, but not that we can. I think it looks good. All right, let's type. Let's see how this sounds and feels. I think it's on wireless mode right now, which is fine because I don't want to type anything anyways. So this is, you can already tell, this has a more subtle pop overall. There's a definite deepness that is very persistent in the CU lineup. It's just very, very dense, which might be some people's cup of tea. Hold on, someone's spamming in the YouTube chat. I'll fix that later. Ooh, stomach's growling. I assume pop would be more pronounced as a regular plate. I would also slightly assume, but also we can try some of the different mounting styles here. I don't mind the alphas though. The spacebar actually is really nice. I still think it sounds really good. It's just deeper. But again, I'm gonna tell you guys this. This is not a negative point. This is not a criticism point. This is what to expect with going with these really dense bottom brass pieces. It's just what to expect. This is why I slightly prefer the Core series. So, but we can try some different mounting styles here, which I think will be fun to do on this particular board. Let's see, now to figure out where those things were. So yes, definitely a little bit, I would say deeper for sure. Definitely deeper. Also, to the person who keeps saying they're gonna stop spamming after I notice their message, that is like the most childish, dumb fucking thing to ever say. Goodbye. Literally so childish. Rip bozo. Could you compare to the Space 80 round 2? Yeah, I can compare towards the end. Alright, let's just grab this, open this up. Let's now see how it's going to sound with the silicone mounts. Where are the other two here? Is it crooked a little? It is a little crooked. Oh no, it's just not pushed down all the way. That's my fault. That's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault, dude. I was wondering, what do you think it's... I was wondering, do you think it's risky to lift the Neo80 CU by the top case since the top and bottom cases are held together by 5 small notches? I don't think there is a good way to do that. So I don't think there's like, okay, hear me out. If you're able to lift the board just by the top frame like this, you have big muscles and a good grip. But I think more likely you're probably going to grab the board from the sides and hold it like this. There's nothing really to grab it by from the top. So I don't think it's like a necessary worry. I palm the boards. What do you mean? I'm able to. I can palm it. What do you mean? It's just heavy. Screwdriver. Oh shit, there we go. Now do it 10 times. Guys, let's chill, let's chill. You guys are gonna make me blush. Can you palm me? Okay, you know what? Gakachino, Alex ain't never seen me, I guess. What do you mean? I'm here. I see you. Remember, this is the guy who snapped the spacebar in half? Dude, remember I did that, okay? Just remember. One time I got trapped under a car and Alex pulled me out with one hand. One finger, I thought it was. And then bought me shawarma? No, you bought me shawarma. Let's not even front right now, dude. That was all you, my friend. Okay. We have now tested with the foam. So let's take out the foam. So foam sounded rather airy, considering this was a brass. Just dropped a screw. Considering this was the brass bottom. I will say no need for force brakes, so the force brake tape is definitely doing its job pre-installed. Alex, is this why you're so nice? You know you have enough strength to rock any of us? Oh my god. No, I try to be nice because there's no point in being mean. There's very few moments in my life in which I want to be upset or mean. I still wonder what this piece of silicone here is for on the bottom. Interesting. But the spacebar sounded good. Very, very good sounding spacebar. Alright, let's get the silicone now. Alex is disguised as a mild-mannered keyboard streamer. I like that you say that I'm mild-mannered. I appreciate that. Dude, these are thick silicone pieces. Damn. Let's just dump these all out. Is that so the PCB... It's so that the PCB assembly doesn't move around? I mean, it's interesting that it's there. I would assume that it would just be blocked off by, like... Actually, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just kind of looking at the construction of this. I guess the two highest points are these. So I guess the only real contact the bottom case has with anything are these points here, which is interesting. Cool. There should be those silicone nipples on the sides too, right? I'm choosing not to install those because all those say there are for are alignment. And I don't think we need to align this any which way. I really don't think you need to use those. I don't like the way that they're silicone blocks and they touch the bottom of the keyboard. I feel like that will make this even more thuddy, but we can experiment with them if you guys want. I just don't think it's a great idea personally. Dude, my stomach is... Ooh, you can already tell? The silicone is much deeper. Interesting. Interesting. Your stomach wants to be on stream so bad. I made chicken for dinner, and I had little wraps with like some veggies and onions, and I had 3 of them. Now, mind you, they weren't big wraps, but like, I thought I ate enough. I'm definitely hungry though. I've seen him. I swear I've seen Adam break 2 space bars. Me too. I think he's broken 3. I think I maybe should have 4. We have leftovers, so maybe. Maybe, I don't know. It feels like it's a bit louder now. Do you guys hear my stomach? Dude, do you guys hear that? Because I'm thinking about food now. Oh my god. The poron is not adhesive. All right. Way thuddier now. Not in a bad way though. It's actually interesting. It's a very, very deep sound profile. I actually think this would be really nice with tactiles. This with like the Gateron Quins that we used the other day. Oh. Okay, I still prefer the Poron here. This is interesting though. I like how night and day this is, by the way. This is very night and day sound, and I actually really appreciate that. Spacebar caught lacking. The spacebar on this particular mounting style is a little bit dull for sure. Like with this, it had a pop. Ooh, where's it going? This had a little bit of a pop. Slight bit duller here. Unless you really hit it. I put the Quins away already. I don't have them in front of me. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I guess left we have a top mount, right? Then I want to try one thing after this too. What's with the space switch? What do you mean? What's wrong with my spacebar? Guys, my spacebar's fine. Oh, what's in the spacebar? Oh, it's just a cherry. Little cherry switch today. Spacebar breaking tutorial when? God damn. You guys are mean to my spacebars. Should I? Can Dremel the F-row? Why would I Dremel that? I would do an LP on this mount. Oh, dude, I can try it afterwards on the top mount, but I want to use the same thing for all these right now and just go in with that in mind. You're mean to your spacebars? I'm not mean to them. They're mean to me. They're kind of low-key mean to me. Oh, come on. I hate when it does that. Let's take it out afterwards. There's gonna be a fight on the playground. Maybe. All right, so take out these. Is it possible to mix and match the mounting styles? Absolutely you can. Which you might want to do, honestly. It might actually be really cool. Which, that's what I was also thinking. Maybe we mix and match a little bit here and there. But for the time being, let's just stick with one at a time here. Hopefully I have enough time to do the F1 tonight, too. I don't want to not do the F1. Although, believe it or not, I'm actually not done doing the second PCB on the F1, so I'm only going to be streaming one of the PCBs for it. It's an F1 AX. It's like an OG one. Basically, we're not doing anything crazy for it. We're just kind of cleaning it, which I cleaned it off stream, so you guys aren't going to see that process. It needed a really, really, really thorough cleaning. Unfortunately, I think just a lot of dust settled in it. And the stabilizers also, I'm guessing the client used Permatex. I wish I took a before picture, because you know that thing I always tell you guys that happens with Permatex? Where it kind of makes the whole PCB look like wet? I had to thoroughly clean the PCB to get that off of it too. So that was kind of funny. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, so it's been... The PCB I did a really good job on. I'm actually really proud of how much I cleaned that PCB. It needed its thorough cleaning. Screws now. Let's actually put away the gaskets too. I'll use this one. How does one clean a PCB? Isopropyl alcohol. That's what I always use. So once I desolder it and make sure it's all clean from the desolder, I just get a fresh microfiber cloth and clean it that way. That is my preferred method. You can shower with it. Damn. Alcohol and a toothbrush. Actually, here, I'll show you guys the PCB. I did a really good job. Like, I'm really, really proud. Like, this PCB, you can kind of see some remnants that I couldn't get rid of. But imagine this, but literally everywhere on the back. So even on the corners, you can kind of see. This was really bad before. The front looks really good too. Again, only some remnants that I just couldn't get rid of, but this was really bad. Again, I wish I showed you guys it before. But yeah, this was quite the challenge to clean. I would say this took a majority of my day, just cleaning the stabilizers because they were also very dusty. And those. Why not buy a new PCB? Truth be told, no reason to. If it works and it just needs to be cleaned, why not just save the environment a little bit of trouble there? Is F1 the best sounding board in your opinion? No, it's not the best sounding board. It's a good sounding board. Best is very subjective and also very personal preference based. I think best can get kind of lost in the sauce sometimes. I don't think definitive rankings work for keyboards in that sense. I hope that makes sense, by the way. Ooh, stomach is not liking me right now. Dude, I'm hungry right now, I'm not gonna lie. I am absolutely feeling it right now. F1 just works. Yeah, you could say the F1 just works. I won't disagree. Alex, wash and break live? No, not wash and break. Hungry. I am, I'm not gonna lie though, I kind of want candy or something. I want like sweets. More leafy greens fills you up more? Probably. But we had lots of onions and bell peppers and stuff, so. And chicken. Chicken's good protein. Have some cake. Evo, I'm not gonna lie, man. You know I'm not really a cake guy. Cake's not really my vibe. I'm curious. I have a good feeling about the top mount on this. Oh, dude. Is top mount gonna be the insane one here? It might actually be. Alex, you're wrong. There's a definitive keyboard sound that is the rarest, most unique, and most sought after. It usually comes from gasket mount to produce that clean, high-pitched clack with zero resonance, boards that are the F1 8X Unicorn Kaku Neo Key Cult. Is that the definitive? Is that like the end game sound? Bro snuck Neo in there. Anything with an O-ring, basically. ChatGPT full blast. Damn, is that the new copy pasta? Wow. At least I'm not the copy pasta for once. Thank fucking God, dude. I'm just glad it's not me anymore. Oh my God. All right. Let's put these keycaps back on. Hey, you know what? I'm fine with this because I'm not it. All right? It's not me anymore. I'm not the one getting bullied right now. You guys aren't making fun of something I said.
No, Alex, you're wrong. There is a definitive keyboard sound that is the rarest, most unqui and most sought after. It usually comes from gasket mount to produce that clean high-pitched clack with zero resonance. Keyboards that do this are F1.8X, Unicorn / Kohaku / Neo Key Cult.
All right, time for a little top mount. I like the sound being produced from this. There is a little bit of thuddiness coming from something, which I probably need to open this up and figure out what the hell it is. But this is, I think, the most balanced of all the sounds so far, I want to say. Like, this genuinely sounds really good compared to the other ones. I don't know if it's the feet. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to just see if it's maybe a screw point or let's see what it is. Yeah, maybe in the top mounts case, there's a point of contact that maybe doesn't agree with it. We'll see. I'm going to let off the screws first of all and see if it's the screws. So we'll kind of take this one step at a time. But if I can get this to not have that little bit of weird resonance that it kind of has. Is that gone now? It's still a little bit there, right? I'm gonna try screwing in the side screws more. No, the silicones that I tossed don't matter for this. No, it's definitely different. It's lightened up now that I removed these 2 screws. I'm going to just lighten up all the screws here. And just back them out all the way. Yeah, it's gone now. See that? So, which leads me to believe, oh, the force brake isn't 100%. So, I wonder what we can do about that. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think it's a force brake issue. Sounds better, but it still kind of sounds like the spacebar is hitting something. Well, that's what I'm kind of thinking this is. This piece of silicone, I'm quite frankly not really understanding why this is here. I kind of want to get rid of it. I don't really understand what it's for. If it is to separate the case a little bit, like I don't get it. How do I want to tackle this? Unless it's coming from these side walls merging with this. Could be that. Burn it. I think the board's actually really nice. The gasket, the pour-on gasket, I think was my favorite so far. But if we can get the top mount to sound a slight bit cleaner, I might go back and try the pour-on again. So what would be the cause here? I'm going to actually get rid of this just for the sake of talking. I just want to see if me removing this piece here does anything. I can always put it back. It's just a piece of adhesive that I can always just adhere back. So I removed this random piece of silicone that's actually quite thick. I'm going to go ahead and slowly screw this back in now. Did you just say it won't cause a short without it? God. How many C's thick? Listen here, bucko. It's still there slightly, so I'm going to back up the screws out. It's a little better without that piece of silicone. Again, I have no clue what that piece of silicone's for. I can't imagine it being for anything other than maybe like a bumper for something. So I guess next up I kind of have to figure out what's contacting. And the only thing that even makes sense is if these aren't thick enough over here, where this is contacting, so the force brake tape they pre-installed just isn't doing a good enough job. Or if it's the side walls touching these. So let's experiment. Stab sticker time. Let's experiment. Man, I really hope I have time for the F1 tonight. I don't know if the owner of the F1's here, but I hope we do, or else I might have to postpone it one more day, which I don't really want to do. I want to just build that because I'm kind of excited to do it. Okay, I'm going to put one more sticker here. Ooh, my stomach, you guys hear that? It is ready to eat. Late night stream, but we can get cozy. I might have to get a little cozy. And Play-Doh. So we're just going to double up the stab tape here. And then also, is there a point in which this... Not really. Okay. Let's see, let's see. Lick the inside of the bottom to enhance the resonance. Huh? I don't know if I want to do that. Also, let me do one more thing, which is I have tons of this stab tape stuff. The problem is that little beige badge with the Neo logo. Oh, is it? Is it causing weird resonance? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put a sticker on the inside over here. So just like that, and just see if that helps with the side at all as well. It might not even fit. It might actually just like tear off as I put the case in. The tolerances might be too much for this, but we shall see. All right, I'm gonna see if this is enough stickers. Where I may need one more is possibly over here, but there's nothing that protrudes that high, I guess, that would need anything like that. But let's give this a shot. Actually, those side ones work fine. Okay, perfect. I have not tried the Keeb snaps yet, no. I always thought those stickers were for 1.2 mil stabs. Oh, they are, but I never use them. In fact, I actually, well, they're not for 1.2 mil. They're just literally stab stickers. I recommend never using them. Legitimately, please, if I can convince you guys to never do anything in this hobby, never use these stickers for what they're intended to be used for. Please, please, please. They do nothing for you. Unless you're trying to silence your keyboard, they're literally pointless. Yeah, I think that did it. So let's put the keycaps back on. I think we are good. Oh yeah, that cleaned up that weird resonance almost instantly. Well, let me actually, I hate to do this, but I'm going to try a different spacebar that's not warped to shit, because this dandy one is a little bit warped. So it's kind of weird and hit and miss here, but if this doesn't fix it, then it's probably just... Yeah, the spacebar is a little dull. Also could be these Neo stabilizers. Sometimes these are hit and miss too. Neo stabs are a little funky. Actually, hold on. Are these... Is this a 1.2 mil PCB? I wonder if it is. I'm going to open this up for 1 sec here. Maybe it is a 1.2 mil PCB, which I don't think it is. But these stabs are moving quite a bit actually here. See that? I don't know. Well, actually, you guys can't see that. I wonder if these stabs just are not the greatest. Maybe I shouldn't use the included stabilizers anymore. See how much they're shifting around? Like the actual housing. See how much they're rocking back and forth? Not really supposed to happen like that. Which maybe we'll have to use those clip-in things. Here, I'm going to open it up one more time. We have to give it its best shot here, because this could literally be just a stab issue. Just checked. Okay, so it is a 1.6, so yeah, might be just the stabilizers, unfortunately. Yeah, the stoppers are necessary for these. You know, I don't recall ever using their stoppers in the past and never having this issue, but maybe they're just a different mold this time here around, or the mold's gotten a little bit different. We'll see. Not a big deal. Oof, stabs. Not a big deal at all. For me, anyways. Interesting, though. So, here's what I'm thinking. I think Neo needs to... So, you actually, look at this. That's interesting, right? See this? That's where all the pressure is being put. Right there. That is an interesting point to look at here. These are the... What's interesting about the Neo80 is the only points of pressure that the top case is putting on the bottom case are on the sides over here, which are on this case, and right over here, these posts. And a little bit on these guys, but we didn't bother to put anything on these. So I think either the material they used has to be a smidge thicker, which I think is preferred, or the alternative is that they have to put some of those stickers on the inside too, just like I showed you guys. So it's going to be one or the other. I can't really say with definitive, like, yes or no what it's going to be. I think just both. Let's see, where are those little things here now? What if you cut up the silicone and put it on the high pressure bars? The silicone? I don't know if I want to do that. Let's see, if I put these little stoppers in, is it gonna make it stop wiggling? Yeah, it definitely helps. All right, guess you do have to put the little stoppers in the Neo ones. All right, well, I might actually give this all another sound test now that we did. Well, specifically, I want to see not so much the silicone ones, but the Poron. Because I actually want to see now that we put the force brake in, how that's gonna sound with the force brake. Because that weird metalliciness wasn't only just from having it top mounted. Yeah, I'm going to check Keen. I'll just check the Poron really quick. I don't really care too much for the silicone personally. Wasn't really my cup of tea, but... I vote wall test? What the hell's a wall test? Are we going to try those two PCB side mounts? I don't really think there's a necessity to use those, but if you guys want, I can still try them. I just really don't think it's going to make much of a difference. Teja ceiling test? Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm really hungry. What do I do? I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat this late. Might have an apple or something later. Bed bounce into K. Oh, isn't that Simon's test? Isn't that his signature test? Hydrate? Okay. Pop this back in real quick. Trademark Simon test for real, for sure. Yeah, I do. I really think they need to just maybe double up on the force brake pads. One set on the bottom, one set on the top. I think if they do that, they'll be fine, and then maybe add one for the sidewall as well. I'll send them my notes though, guys, for sure. I'll be honest, that didn't really do much to define the stabs here, but I also think it's just because this is a brass bottom. Because when I was typing on the stab after, like while it had no bottom on it, when I was just typing on it with the top frame on, but I think the brass bottom is definitely making the stabilizer, like the mods anyways, a little bit more thuddy. It doesn't have that like pop back, which I think is, again, that's definitive of using something with a brass bottom. I don't think we're gonna unfortunately escape something like that unless you use a poppier sounding switch. Yeah. Okay. Definitely sounds really good though now. So, last test we're going to do for this now is go back to the Poron with this little fix that we did here. Still thuddy. Again, you're not going to escape that with the all brass. That's just going to be if you buy this, you have to understand that the copper and brass bottoms, they're dense. They're going to sound more dense. And I think that's part of the fun maybe about getting a keyboard with an all brass bottom, but just some people might not like it. That's all. Some people might be like, hey, this isn't really for me. One thing we could also try is just putting a milky yellow in for a spacebar. Sometimes I really do like the milky yellow spacebars. Really quick before I... I don't know. I don't know which one I like more, but probably the cherry. All right, let's switch this back and forth here. HMX is going to sound very bright. If you had a choice, would you have the weight? Oh, sorry, what would you have weight instead of the full bottom? What do you mean by that? Like, would I have an aluminum bottom? I think my choice would be like aluminum bottom. I mean, even with the Manta, like low key, I kind of prefer the standard aluminum bottom. So it's just his preference. Not everyone's gonna like the same things. All right, though. So let's take this apart and put back the Poron gaskets. Let us do that. Oh, I alt-tabbed into something and now I can't see chat. PC bottom with copper weight, that'd be fun. If they did a PC version of this, that'd be really cool. But that defeats the purpose of the CU series keyboards. If you'd redesign this board, having a huge brass internal weight instead of a full copper. If I had to redesign this board and just pick materials, I would skip on the brass. But again, I think that's part of the charm of this board. And I don't want to just say like, hey, fit my preferences, because I think that'd be rather like boring. But I do appreciate when boards do something different. And I think this board does something different to a degree by having the parts be aluminum, or sorry, copper on the bottom rather than just standard alu everywhere. So again, I think that's part of the charm. All right, let's go back and do the Poron now. I wish there were more colors for the Alu Manta. Oh, maybe in the future. So far, top mount was really nice on this board. Very pleasant once we got the little fix in there. Really liked it. I also liked the Poron. The larger silicone gaskets were very deep, and if you're into the very deep, you know, maybe using tactiles, I think that's where the Poron gaskets, or the silicone gaskets would shine. But I'm very curious now about the Poron. Very, very curious about this. Now that we've implemented some little changes and fixes, and maybe perfected the board a bit more. All right. I would make the weight out of ramen. Ramen? All right. I'm actually really excited to try this now. Bear with me as we put these all back in. Bear with me. Have you seen the new ceramic Keychron? Huh? Like the keyboard's made of ceramic? Or they're just offering like ceramic keycaps? Now, I'll be honest, sometimes I don't know Keychron stuff. It's, they kind of do too many things. They're one of those boards that does, too many things, and it's kind of hard to track their product line, you know? Case and keycaps. Interesting. They always reach out. I just never take any of their boards. Them and Epilmaker. Epilmaker always reaches out, but I always say no thank you. Their stuff really doesn't interest me. Check Adam's advice. What's Adam's advice? Can he copy paste? You forgot the top case. Oh my fucking. Thanks. Now you remembered it? Good advice. What a good mod. W streamer. W Adam more so, I guess. Is that a W Adam moment? Boy, heavy. Wish these are magnetic screws. All right. Alrighty. Now we're gonna do our final sound test for the Neo80 CU. I really hope this cleans it up a little bit. I'm actually really excited for this right now. I like the board. It's really nice. Spacebar's brighter. Everything seems cleaner already. Like, even the alphas seem brighter and cleaner now too. Oh, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, look, the alphas all seem like they got a little bit more like... Oh yeah, dude. It's definitely still a little deeper because of the brass bottom. But this is nice. All right. So, Neo realistically, like, I saw someone's comment about the magnetic screws. I agree. I wish they were magnetic. But I think realistically, the big thing here is, first of all, I'm not exactly sure what this piece of silicone does. I think I need to see, maybe I missed it somewhere, but this piece of silicone on the top frame, I don't know. I don't know what the hell it does. It didn't really do anything, so I took it off. I do think they need to add some sort of buffer force break on the sides that kind of interact and touch the sides of the copper or the brass. And then I do think they need to double up on the force brakes. Very simple fixes. Very, very simple stuff. But from my findings right now, everything seems to be in order. Like, I think they did a very, very good job with everything else. The look of the board's fantastic. The mounting's all fun. But yes, those small little things, small little tweaks, I think will make a lot of people very, very happy at the end of the day. Very, very, very pretty board. Yes, let me unplug it. Ooh. Sorry, it has a lot of fingerprints now, so I apologize. Like lovely looking keyboard though. If you wanted something that felt, I think the key takeaway here too is like this feels incredibly premium. And there's not a single iteration of this that goes above $299. Unless you're getting extra pieces. But incredibly premium feeling keyboard. Absolutely looks stunning. The side profile is just to die for. Like, this looks great. The sound profile with those small little fixes we did sounds amazing. You know, I would actually even say, now that we've done some of these little fixes, I would actually rank this particular board alongside how much I liked the Core series. And if you guys remember, even while I did the original CU stuff and then I did the Core series right after, I was like, man, I wish I got to try this before the CU, because I'm always a bit more on the Core series sound signatures. But I think this sound signature works really well here. I really do think it's because they decided to go with pour-on gaskets. So really, really, really nice addition of using pour-on gaskets here too. The Core Plus is really good too. I think their Core Plus might be one of their better keyboards, like in general, out of the more recent stuff. If you can get us, I don't know, if you don't like this, then obviously don't buy it. This little badge here, it doesn't bug me none. But I think this is definitely a very well-constructed keyboard. Little tiny fixes that I'm gonna, again, message them about. They'll probably already will watch it by the time they're up too. But fantastic. This is, I'd say even at $240-ish, which is kind of what I bought. First of all, I also would just buy the regular aluminum plate. But, because like realistically, you can't feel any of those flex cuts and fucking plate, man. Kind of a waste of money to spend some extra money on the plate. You can't, it's not going anywhere. Like, this is not flexy at all. So I definitely think just spend the money and get the regular aluminum plate. Might even sound a little bit more beefy, but even if this comes out to about $240 amazing. Do those chambers on the bottom really do anything? Yes. There is a reasoning, like a lot of newer boards, including ones that I worked on, like a lot of people are doing that new thing with having stepped internals. It actually helps the keyboard have different resonance. So it's not just a flat piece of metal, which sound just bounces and then bounces right back and spreads out. If it's stepped, sound will have to, and it's very minor, very, very minor, but it helps bounce and scatter sound a little bit different. It'll have to travel just a short amount of difference and then hit and then scatter and bounce in different directions. So it can help it sound a little bit more full. It's not really necessary on a brass bottom keyboard because it's already super dense, but it does help with a lot of boards. In fact, I've even been seeing boards that are full aluminum sound actually really good from properly implemented internal ridges. So, and there's other reasons why people have done that. It's not just for sound, but yeah, there's a reasoning why people would do that. Do you think maybe not the Neo80 CU, but just updated version with stepped internals and stuff? I don't think the Neo80 needs any updates. I think that keyboard's already perfect. And if they try to update that keyboard, I want new features. I think that's their best ever release. That release was near perfect to me. Maybe just an updated shell. I actually didn't mind the ball catch system on that one there. But that was a near perfect release. That was quite literally something I was so happy to take a look at. But this is fun. So I guess the bottom line is if you want something a bit more dense sounding, this honestly is pretty bright with the pour-on. I think this is a good pickup, but this is heavy. So you also have to like a heavy keyboard. I think it was like, what, 4.6 kilos or something? Fucking insanely heavy here. All right, well, let's, I guess, do you guys want to do the F1? How would you compare the Evo 80 to this? Oh, this is so much nicer. The Evo 80 is already nice too, but I think just in general, this is a nicer keyboard. I don't think you're going to get like I don't know if you're going to get the same experience using an Evo 80. Good keyboard, but definitely not the same thing. All right, it's now, yes, it is now time for Cozy F18X. I might be a little bit more quiet during this build because I honestly like so beat right now. I'm tired as fuck. So we're just gonna chill and build a second keyboard today. It's a client keyboard. It's just one that I have been redoing and fixing for the last like 2 days here. Long story short, just to be blunt, I don't mind. I hope the customer doesn't mind. The customer, I think, said this was basically sitting on a shelf for some time while he was using other boards. I'm also guilty of that, and I also don't have any covers for my keyboards, and just a lot of dust settled. And I think the main reason wasn't so much the switches, it was to clean the board, first of all, and then second of all, the stabilizers, no heat, no hate, no nothing. The stabs were pretty bad, and they were in rough shape. I think that was because the Permatex, and I can show you guys, the Permatex basically rotted the stabilizers, or whatever grease they used. It basically rotted it, like it was not good. The thing with some of this really terrible grease is the grease can actually make it so it becomes like almost powdery. And I've seen it happen even on my own boards. The Permatex dries out like really quick, and that's why you see all those oils separate and go into the PCB. So that was problem number one, and then problem number two was they had stab pads, which I removed most of the adhesives, but there were stab pads on here that basically absorbed a lot of the oils as well. Even though they were a plastic stab pad, it still absorbed some of it, so they were bottoming out and becoming really mushy. So I said, that's got to go. And then the third thing was they tried to holy mod. And the holy mod, as I always tell everyone, falls apart. It falls apart and then literally gets caught up in your stabilizers, and then you get sluggish stabs because that little piece of tape ends up just rattling around and interfering with the actuation. So we are just going to rebuild this now. It's the same switches as last time, so they're marshmallows, which are interesting switches. I really like the springs in these, but we're just going to slowly rebuild this. Let me go get the stabs because I had to deep clean them. So here's the interesting part about this. And again, no shade, no hate, no heat. The stabilizers with that Permatex, I don't know what the hell happened with these. I have never seen this before, but they discolored. So it looks like they're like flame patinaed, but they're not. So I'm guessing whatever grease, it might not be Permatex. Whatever grease just reacted really badly in these stabilizers. So I've deep cleaned them, and now I'm just going to retune them all. Let's make sure none of those little things got caught anywhere. How much is the mod discount for commissions? I don't know. Message me. I've never had to tell anyone about that before. All right. I have the F1722 and I don't think I needed the V2. I think I'm pretty done with the hobby, but I keep watch though. Oh, if you're getting PCB Milmax, you can try so many different switches. All right. Just like I said, I'm probably going to be a little bit more like in my zone here, guys. But if you guys want to hang out, I'm more than down to hang with you guys. I love you guys. I want you guys around. I think the commission price should be that Adam has to stream his own build. My commission price has been the same for 5 years. The only thing that has changed a little bit is the switch lubing cost. It's gone up like 10 cents, only because, unfortunately, the materials to lube switches have gone up in price. That's it. But the build cost is exactly the same. I've always managed to find solder that doesn't cost as much. It's simply oxidation and it's normal. I'll tell you what though, even on my oldest keyboards, I've never seen the wires oxidize. I did have to wash these though, basically. Like with a special thing. So after I washed them, they got even worse, but I've never seen them oxidize ever in my entire life. But it's kind of cool. They look sick as fuck though. I'm not gonna lie, these are really cool looking stab wires now. No, I charge the exact same for EC. I just changed the charge instead of per switch. It's just like an additional whatever to lube the thing. But it's roughly the exact same cost. Patinaed stab wires, new late 2025 meta. Yeah, if you guys aren't building with patinaed stab wires, what are you guys doing? It is patinaed stab wires only from here on out. Flame patinaed custom wires. And for the love of God, please, I beg you guys, the second thing I'm going to beg you guys with stabs, please don't holy mod. Honestly, after having to repair so many holy mods that have just gone wrong, just don't do it. It's not worth it. Have you ever used a brass plate? Yeah, I don't really care for them anymore though. Not really my vibe. Alright, that's 2, 3. Holy mod is my preference. And you know what? You can have it. But I will say there are some objective drawbacks to it. You have to be really good at doing it. Or else typically I find one of the most common things I have to repair or do something with is literally just fixing holy mods. I'm going to leave it. I actually think it looks cool. It's not affecting anything. Like, they're bone dry. Like, they're fine. So, it's cool. I'm gonna just leave it. Oh, this is backwards. I'm currently on a original Tofu 65 looking to upgrade. What are you going to upgrade to? I saw your comments on the Tofu video and just wanted to get some confirmation. Is KBD Fans going to do an R2? Okay. I don't know if they're going to do an R2 of the TKL, but I think there's another batch. So I don't think it's technically an R2. I just think it's batch 2, if that answers your question, Rocco. I hope that answers your question. Bro ruined all chances for an R2. Well, dude, what the hell? R1 isn't even delivered yet. Can't decide I'm going to wait for extras on the Manta. If you do, there will be some. R2 or batch 2 after the first one delivers, yes. So Pancake has confirmed. Rukia round 3 when? I'm not sure about that one. Do you guys get anything good for Amazon Prime, by the way? Any good Amazon Prime deals in chat? I was looking. There was like one thing that I saw. One single thing. The one thing actually I was hoping was on sale was we needed a new filter for our fan. It wasn't on fucking sale. I'm actually so upset, dude. Mind you, it's a Dyson product, so I'm just going to continue to wait. Not buying the Manta is the greatest regret in my collection. It's okay. There'll be extras. There'll be extras. I don't foresee them selling out in an instant either. Did you find a lens on sale? I couldn't find any good camera gear on sale. Or any good camera accessories or anything on sale. Am I missing one of these? Did I drop it? Oh boy. Maybe I left it in the area in which I was cleaning. I'll check in a moment. Not Prime deal, a resale. Oh, okay, that's not bad. What lens was it? Oh, sorry, you're not I'm talking about a lens. Get one of those fancy Roombas for my classroom for $60. Wait, $60? Alex, should I get a 13,000 watt generator for $1,300? What do you need? Oh snap, how's the rebuild treating you? Is it bad as I thought? Okay, yes, but I was kind of telling people before. Everything was pretty much fine the stabs were in very bad condition. Some of your stabs basically, like, literally couldn't actuate properly. Like, they were in such bad shape that, like, I think you tried to holy mod them, and most of the holy mods ended up getting caught in, like, the side over here, which was causing them to be very sluggish. Well, I need to get the other stem that I left in the table there. So the stabs were the worst. They were in the worst shape that I could possibly say for your board. Other than that, it was fine otherwise. Where did I stick it here? Did I drop it? May have dropped it. Yes, I did. All right, got it. Stopped doing since. Yeah, talking years ago when I first got into it, dude. Yeah, I mean, it happens. It's not your fault. It's literally not your fault at all. How are you supposed to know that, you know? Did my music just stop? New follower trying to get into customs between QK101, Zoom 98, and Brutal V2. I would probably choose the QK101 out of all those. Quite frankly, as much as I like the Zoom 98, I think the QK is just a better board. And the Brutal's just okay. I don't think the Brutal's all that great of a keyboard, to be honest. It's just okay. I don't know. For these board rescue projects, it would be cool to stream the disassembly. Next time I will. You know, sometimes I want to do that, but honestly, like, Minerals, this one, and this is no charge. Oh, I have to do a pen pop. No charge to the customer in this case, but like this one, I think took me an hour just to clean the stabs out properly. And then desoldering and everything else and like properly cleaning everything out. Probably another hour alone, 2 hours maybe there. And a lot of it's not in front of the computer. So it's a little tough to do those kind of videos. You know? I think the experience will be easier too, CTA. I think you'll just enjoy the process. Oh, but SP, you have patinaed wires now. They're kind of like flame patinaed. They're cool. You have some neat ones. Oh no, dude, honestly, I don't want to ruin your perfect vibe that you had with these stabilizers. These perfectly match your switches. I wasn't about to throw out C3. These are C3 housings, right? I wasn't about to toss those, man. C3 housings are kind of rare. You know? Oh, did my music stop again? There we go. First batch? Yeah, I ain't about to get rid of those, bro. They're in good condition. They just were like falling apart. Oh. What cable are you using? I am using Ordinary Labs. The Tofu's TKL design is reminiscent of the 722. A little bit. Definitely a little bit. I would say it's very Geon inspired in some areas. Alrighty. Hopefully we can finish this tonight. Like I said, I'm just going to take my time though. What's the Loctite part number you used? So this particular Loctite has changed. It's 495549. But I used to use something different. Thank you for the Prime, Eep. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you, thank you. That's very, very kind. Much love, much love. Bought me one of them OLabs cables, and in red, and holy moly, they're nice. Oh, the Ordinary Labs ones? Yeah, the silicone's really nice on them. Gotta admit, they're kind of my favorite cables. You know who else makes nice ones? And I'm not just saying this because I work with them, but it's Novel Keys is actually, their silicone cables are quite nice as well. Just not as diverse. Rat, thank you very much for your Prime sub as well, man. That's very kind to you. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's move on to snapping these guys in. So sad to hear that Lindy isn't making the transparent cables anymore. Yeah. Although a lot of cable makers just kind of disappeared in this scene, so I think a lot of cable wants and needs have kind of disappeared too. So some brands probably stopped caring. I'll do one set of stabs at a time here because these do fall out. The wire is actually pretty sick on this when it's patinaed. That's kind of sick though. I'm going to do this to my wires now. That's so cool. All right. Flame patinaed stabs, $40 a set. I'm not gonna lie, like, that's pretty dope. What's crazy is I didn't even do that. They just were like
Late
this.
to the stream, board is looking really nice. Been
Thank
waiting
you.
for this board to drop.
I think you'll like it. I do think you'll like it. Alrighty. And thank you though, Paulie. I really appreciate the sub, man. What color are you gonna get? People who love cherry switches are not going to want that extra scratch from natural patina wires. A new meta brought to you by alexotos. Try my best. Try my best. Don't make it a new meta, please. I'm begging you. I don't want patinaed flame wires being like a $13 surcharge. Let's not do that. Alex, what headphones and mic do you use for your gaming setup? The ones from Drop. I actually don't have good gaming headphones. All my money, all my extra money in my earnings from anything that I earn like on my own goes towards stream. I don't really put a lot of money towards anything else in my life. I probably should get myself a proper like headset though for gaming. As much as I like that Drop one, honestly, it's not that comfortable. It's like just all right. I'm trying to repair a set of headphones that I have, but long story short, I don't got the right cable for it anymore, and it needs a specific cable pinout, and I need to bug Mr. GeoRen Dispatch Cables about it. I already started bugging him about it, but then just like I dropped the ball. But I need to get a custom cable made for it because they don't sell the official cable anymore for my Rosin Rad Zeros. But then if I use those, I also don't have a microphone now for playing video games. And that's kind of the crux of my situation here, is then I won't have a mic. So what do I do? Yeah, I have a Rosin Rad Zero, and then I have Campfire Andromedas. But I never use those anymore for some weird reason. They're so good. I just don't use them. And then I also have broken Sony Z1Rs or whatever, those really high-end Sony ones that unfortunately will probably never get repaired unless I figure out someone who can repair them. I had lined that up at one point, but then I dropped the ball as well. Sony does not want to repair them. They refuse to. They just want to try selling me on a new... Sony's repair on those is you can send them in and you can buy one IEM for the retail cost of the IEM. So they're trying to basically say, okay, if the IEMs cost $1,000, you owe us 500. Yeah, I love the Andromedas. I think they're like the nicest out of all the ones I've ever owned. My IEMs came with a cable and a mic on it. Which ones? Is it a good one? It's not worth it. Dude, honestly, the shitty thing about that, though, is it's considered a flagship product. And I think that's what, like, kind of bugs me about it. Is, like, why make it a flagship product and then offer no support? It's kind of also why I don't buy from, like, big companies anymore. I just feel like I get screwed over a lot with that. Also, I cleaned up the plate. The plate was a little bit in rough condition as well, but I tried my best to clean this up as well. Did I drop a screw behind this? No, I didn't. We're good. Wait, I totally did. Dropped a screw somewhere. Oh yeah, it's there. You become a number instead of a customer? Yeah. Alrighty, let's put some stuff in this. We got some marshmallows. Might need this. Might need this. Alex, I'll trade you a mystery keyboard for your Andromedas at NK. Earwax and all? You want that earwax, my friend? Does it say win keyless board? It was. Okay. Yeah? Damn. I'll clean them. I don't care. Damn. Wait, why does my music keep pausing? Oh, maybe it's because I have the other headphone here. I think he wants your DNA. I think so too. I think he does. I don't know what he plans on doing with it, but I think that's his goal. What would you clone me for, bro? Answer carefully. No break. I've been itching to put this together all day, I'm not gonna lie. And this is exactly why I wanted to repair these stabilizers, by the way. Look how nice the stabs work with the switches. See that? Look how good. I still prefer GS2. It's just harder to get. GS2 just has a certain sound, and I don't know, I like applying GS2 more than I like applying 205. I also kind of feel like it's easier. Like, I feel like I fuck up less with GS2. Younger SPX was cooking years ago. Nah, you cooked with this too, man. These are marshmallows. I didn't re-lube these at all, though, I don't think they needed to be. Like, they feel pretty smooth. The only complaint I really have about these switches is with most of the marshmallows in the long run ESP, I noticed that the springs, as much as I love the springs on these, they became a little bit weird and inconsistent. Like, they didn't last long, but that's the only weird thing. But the lubing's fine. Like, I don't think the lubing needs to be touched up. I love my F1 with a passion. It is a nice board. I do agree the springs would get tired. Yeah. Step caps. Yeah, I don't know what it is about these marshmallow springs. I loved these at one point. They were like the magically progressive springs. They did such a good job with them, and then I don't know. What keyboard are we building? We're building an F1 right now for a customer. We have this is kind of like a little client repair build. We're not really doing anything much to it, just really cleaning it up. I have to sneeze. But I yawned this set, okay. F1 and Cloudline are really hard to choose between. Yeah, hell yeah. Dude, that's a tough choice. Oh, what's up, man? What is up, dude? You know, it was supposed to be way cooler today, but I am sweating like crazy today, by the way. Today was not nice. I even had to run an errand today, and then I was sweating like crazy outside. I was considering asking you to use those EVAs from the other PCB, but I want to keep them theme going. Nah. I say keep the theme going. Honestly, dude, I don't know what's going on with that other PCB, and I'll show you. First of all, the plate needs to be repaired like crazy. I don't know if you saw this, what happened in shipping to the plate, which I probably didn't tell you because I need to repair these all for you. I don't know how this happened when it was in a hard shell case. No clue. You packed it well, so it's not your fault. But the solder on this, no idea why, is very, very, very tough to remove. I don't know if you used a different solder, but it is causing me a world of issues. Same plate bend. It is delicate. It might be unleaded, which I kind of think it was, because it kind of, I don't know, maybe Esp can tell us. But if it was unleaded, that explains why it's so tough to remove. The lead is to treat your brain. I had my friend solder that when I first got into it, before I got into soldering. Oh, so it might be unleaded solder. Because it's weird. Unleaded solder, when you desolder it, kind of has a smell. Like it's kind of, to me, it's more stinky. So, but yeah, that one there is a pain in the ass. That's going to take me probably like a day or two to fully remove and all that stuff. But I want to get rid of it. I want to, like, you know, do it all for you. What plate and switch is that? This is an FR4 plate with marshmallow switches. Fun little combo. What, sorry, where you read that one there? Is that the plate G on cells? Yeah, this is a plate G on cells. Paulie, thank you so much for gifting a sub. I appreciate that, man.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to GCH.
That's very kind of you, dude. Alrighty, well, we're gonna start soldering soon. Alrighty, and the only thing I'm going to do before we fully lock into soldering is just triple check our stabilizers. Make sure they feel and sound good. Okay. Oof. Alright, and then the next thing is, let me grab your keycaps. I'm not liking the return too much on this. You know, this might have to, maybe we'll have to, we might have to give up these stabs. You know, I wonder if it's the switches. Maybe the springs have really just like fallen apart over the years. Let's see. Let us see. Yeah, we might have to. I can see if I can source you some pink ones. No, it's the stabs. I'll be honest, I don't feel comfortable building with these just because they're super sluggish. And that's with barely any lube, fully cleaned. So they could have just had some age at this point here. Yeah. We can reuse the wires, but I might have to redo the stabs. No. I don't want to build this and have you get these back and then just feel even worse. I don't think this is salvageable anymore. That's a shame. I wonder if I just remove the stems and replace them with new stems and keep the housing itself. I could do that too and just replace the stems themselves. Maybe the stems have just become kind of crappy over the years. Oh, you have extra C3s? Oh. I don't know what else I could do. The pink ones? I mean, Esp, it's totally up to you, but like, I could also send it completely unbuilt back. At least like I took it apart and fully cleaned it and stuff. So you could potentially do it yourself, but if you don't want to, that's also totally valid. I just think that whatever's going on, maybe like I cleaned them to the best of my ability, but I think maybe these stab stems have seen better days. Yeah, they're going to be kind of sluggish going up and down, so you can kind of see from the side view, like I don't know if you can see, they're kind of sluggish on the left side. Yeah, I'll source them for you, Asp. If you don't mind, we're just going to probably have to move the build to another day. That's it. But I can source them. That's unfortunate. That's cool with me. It happens. It indeed happens. What stabs do you prefer? I personally think, I don't know. There's a bunch of different stabs I like, but I think for right now the night stabs and I think for a large part the Type Plus are really good too. So I'm gonna try two things, Asp. I'm gonna try salvaging these housings and just replace them with backup stems that I have. Maybe we won't have to, you know, buy a whole new set. That or I'll just get you a new set. But yeah, I think repairing everything else that was old, unfortunately not working as much as I wanted to work. Thought King has pink and black C3s in stock. Okay, maybe I'll just order from there. It's okay. Let me try this one here too. Oops. Are they all sluggish? Oh, dude, yeah, this is super sluggish too. Like, do you even hear this? Yeah, the stems are probably like fucked. There's no sound. It's like a silent. All right, maybe it's the housings too. Damn, that's crazy. And that's fully cleaned and everything. Lady Oak says hello. Hi, Lady Oak. How you doing? There's a two-part of this, by the way. My other theory of why these have gotten a little bit distorted over the years. I think whatever material was used to lube these stabs have like integrated with the plastic itself in a way. Or cause some damage to things. Actually, you can kind of even see one's a little bit warped. Yeah, unfortunate. It's okay. We'll source some new ones. Easy peasy. Good thing I didn't start soldering. I don't think they need... Oh, maybe they need to be matched to the housings. I don't know, though. I don't think that's the case, but... This is exactly what happened to when I used my KY jellies on my stab. Use 205? Esp. I don't know. Oh, how long ago was this? Okay, I'll say something. Back in the day, if this was built like long ago, buying 205 was actually kind of weird. Because a lot of people sold fake 205. Because this did not dry like 205. It dried like a Permatex. Like a dielectric grease. So I actually had a big batch that I bought from a vendor that was supposed to be 205. Yeah, 5 years ago would be the time. And I also bought a big jug, and it ended up being a weird mix that did the same thing. Like, Krytox 205 is supposed to have like a shelf life of like 10 to 20 years. I remember when I bought that weird stuff, it lasted about a year before it basically hardened. So there's still a lot of fake 205, especially on Amazon, learning that the hard way. Yeah, it's actually, this is a really good conversation piece because actual Krytox is meant to last a long time. And it's why like we recommend it. But the fake stuff will actually like crumble, like and just solidify over the course of like a year or two. So definitely be careful who you're buying your Krytox from. All right, well, I will be in contact with you then, Esp. I'll source these tomorrow. But yeah, I guess that's really it for today. I was really hoping to build the F1. But it's okay. No worries. No worries. Alrighty. There's enough margin for fake lubes. Yeah, dude. These fake everything though. Honestly, you know what people do? They get two really shitty lubes and they mix it together and then sell you it as 205. So, I thought we were watching F1. No. All right, let's see if we can go raid. Let us see. Twitch. We'll see my child live again. Yes, you will get a third day with the F1 soon enough. All right. Let's go raid Yukina. Oh, this is copy. Oh, wait, no, this keyboard wasn't in the right mode. I'll have to use my other keyboard. All right, stream to be continued? Yeah, but probably in like a week because I have to order it. So it's probably going to take a week to get here. Actually, who knows, maybe it'll take more, but yeah, I'll definitely stream. I want to stream it because I actually love building F1s, but I mean, I also want to make sure the stabs are good before we install this, so. The last thing I want to do is ship someone something that doesn't sound good. All right, everybody. I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Not tomorrow, but Thursday. We're doing another build Thursday. But see you guys soon. Love you. Thanks for tuning in. Hope the Neo80 stream was good. I'll let Owl Labs know, or QK know that some changes probably need to be made. But yeah, Adam warned about postponing. Postponing what? Bye, everybody. Love you. Talk to you later. And sleep well, please. And have a good Wednesday. Bye, everybody.